Hello all and welcome to a very special Come At Me Bro series, which is going to be focused mainly on all the new DLC units. So let's just give it a few seconds and make sure this is up. Yes, Worsha, I see you there, lizards indeed. So hopefully the whole stream is up and running. Looks like it is. Now we are going to have Aristodemos up in the first game. Let's see what he says. Like my 4-net army. Nice. And we're going to be showcasing some of the new units today. I have not played a single game. I have been at hospital, which kind of sucks. Just got back. So I thought, you know what, better way to treat myself. Hop on, download the DLC, do a little live stream. So we are going to have players like Worsha turning up. Consul of Rome hopefully coming in here. I will hopefully be doing a couple of games myself. But I am a little bit ill, so we're going to try and mainly do just hosting different games. We're just trying to get one more guy in now. So let's sort this out on Steam. Cool, this is the lobby. Yeah, so there's not going to be no obligation to, force people to play certain races or anything. We are mainly going to be focusing on trying out some of the new units and all that kind of stuff. Let's see how he's finding the new DLC. Cool, we're just going to be waiting for Sheridan 1 to turn up. I played him a ladder before. I think I managed to win, but I think it was pretty damn close. I actually played in a tournament as well this weekend. Quite exciting news. I haven't been streaming as much on here, but I've been in a little bit of tournament play. I actually got through to the quarterfinals, which was very surprising. I beat some players who were far better than me, and got quite lucky. Cool, looks like they are going to be able to sorting stuff out. So yes, unfortunately a little bit ill, but we are here, and let's get up the chat as well. Actually, I should probably do that. Yo, what's up, Consul? How's it going, my dude? See, we've got a few people watching now. If this is your first time to the channel, hello! If you're a returning member, also, hello! What's up? Hope you're doing all good. And please do drop that little like, subscribe, all that kind of good stuff. And all that fun stuff. I'm super excited just to see what people bring. Honestly, if I do a game against anyone, expect me to bring the Shredder of Lustria. It's coming. It's going to be here, and it's going to munch its way through as much as possible. Hey, 6 people watching. What's up, guys? Well, let them know you can play with her. Cool, I don't think we need a screen blocker unless I click on one of their names. Let's just make sure the stream is all good and I'm not got any screen blockers up. I did that in a tournament the other day, which was really bad. Cool. Sweet, looks like everything is all good. Discord is all good. Let's pop back into here. Yes, great. So that's the best way of doing it. We could do this as a little bit of a winner stays on situation. I'll run that by the guys in a bit. What do you think of that in chat? Winner stays on. So, for example, if part map wins, then we're bringing like Worsha to play up against him, and then if Worsha wins, he takes over, and we keep bringing new players in. And if there is a lull in kind of the income of new players, I can always hop in and play myself. I'll see what they say. I think that could be quite good fun. So hello to everyone watching. I see we have 6 people watching, which is very cool. Hope you're doing all good. I think we have cross streams of a few people, unfortunately, which wasn't planned. I always tend to stream. I do announce it, but unfortunately, he can stay if he wants. Honestly, man, it's good for either. So I believe Worsha is up next. I think he got next in line. Or Consul of Rome. Either of those are cool. I do not believe Consul of Rome has the DLC, unfortunately. But he can still hop on and play against someone who is using the DLC. It'd be really nice, actually, to not always have, Empire versus Lizardmen. It's quite cool to try out the different matchups and whatnot. Exciting news as well. Tomorrow we are going to be having the Death Before Dishonored Champions Final, hopefully. I think we have 3 out of the 4 previous champions confirmed back. Hopefully the last one will be able to make it. If not, we will replace them with a previous contestant, you know, who was a runner-up before. Or we may even have a small competition just before the big event to see who gets that final spot. And I apologise if I do end up burping quite a lot in the stream. I will try not to, but yeah, I was at hospital basically to have a tube or like a camera put down my throat, which is rather disgusting, and I do not recommend it to anyone. Just to have a little see what was going on inside my stomach. Looks like he is all good. Looks like Aristodemus is all good. Now, QSA, does anyone know what QSA stands for? That is his clan. I never know how these clans are formed or how to get into them or anything. I don't know if I would join one. I may do. Awesome. Looks like they're good to go. Cool. Let's get this going. I'm so excited. Empire, Lizardmen, all the new units. Let's see how this goes. Early predictions. Honestly, Empire, I think, now have a fairly decent matchup against Lizardmen, especially if people are bringing the new units. Huntsmen, which from what I've seen, tend to obviously do that anti-large damage. All the new Lord choices for them as well are very good against the large beasties. The wagons are very cool, especially the Regiment Renowned version. And I think all of them, to be honest, do good damage against the dinosaurs. So I wouldn't judge the Lizardmen too harshly. I've seen a few people popping up and saying, oh, they look quite weak from this DLC. That's mainly because you've seen them up against Empire. And obviously people have been predicting, okay, all this early access footage, which I'm sure you guys have been seeing floating around YouTube. People are going to be bringing Dread Saurians and so forth to try and show off the new units. So they simply just counter them pretty hard. Cool, we are just loading in now. Very beautiful looking map. River and Maxon, which is a really cool map. It's nice to actually be able to use some of the Lizardmen maps in kind of a balanced format, as some of them before were a little bit, you know, a little bit one-sided or not very good for competitive play. Now, this isn't competitive play today. That is going to be tomorrow. But still, you know, these are very, you know, high-quality players. Played Sheridan before. He's now changed his name to, was it Park Life? Or Park Map, sorry. I've played him before on ladder, I think, once. And I don't know if I've played Aristodemus, but of course, if you know the Total War kind of scene, you know Aristodemus. Let's see. War Wagons coming in. I expect War Wagons. I'm sure you're very excited. LM is Consul of Rome, for those who do not know. And I think he's about to get his wish. Jesus. Right, we have War Wagons. War Wagons with mortars. And the Black Lion. So let's go for this army properly. I need to try and not fanboy too hard and get excited by these units. So we do have the Black Lion now, the Regiment Renowned War Wagon with a Hell Blaster volley gun on the back. Now it is a slightly shorter range, less ammo than your standard Hell Blaster. However, that extra movement on the wagon gives it fantastic utility. We should be seeing it getting around the flanks and, you know, hiding basically from those big nasty dinosaurs. Now he also, let's have a little look, does have the war wagons with mortars. So these guys, much like the previous counterpart right here, have less ammo, I think slightly less range, but their movability is so useful. We also do have a standard war wagon as well here with those outriders on top. I'm not sure how powerful these guys are going to be, but it's great to see them brought here. I just don't know if they're going to do enough damage output. However, you can get them into fantastic positions, and if they get those rear attacks, you know, on the big dinosaurs, they can do a huge amount of damage. Now we have 2 units of Empire Knights, a great pick to try and protect these war wagons, as yes, you know, they're movable, but they're still fairly slow compared to Cav, and Cav will hunt them down and beat them down very quickly. We have the Death Jacks. I don't know where they're going to be getting moved. It looks like all the way over here, which is the Regiment of Renowned Archers. These guys are pretty damn cool. They have Stalk, Snipe, Vanguard, Deploy. They're basically the Natty Bobu sharpshooters for the Skaven, but a little less damage. However, you know, it's much more shots and obviously a lot cheaper. Not best against armor, however. Now for a front line, he has gone quite cheap and cheerful with Spearmen, just to try and protect this massive mobile gun force. And in the back, he does have 3 units of the anti-large Huntsman. These guys are going to be fantastic against Kroxigor and so forth. Now, for his Lord choice, he does have Marcus Wolfheart, the man, the myth, the legend himself. Be interesting to see him in action. He has, of course, brought the Amber Bow, Focus Shot, and Hunter's Snare. So we should see all of those in action. There's also a Warrior Priest who has had some pretty nice buffs. We'll go through that as the battle goes on. And a Grey Wizard. Now for the Lizardmen forces here, looks like no questions. Cool, they've just started to go. Front line of Skink cohort with javelins, including Saurus warriors, all with shields by the looks of it. all the way up into the distance there. Now in the back there are some Cold One Spear Riders protecting a Salamander hunting pack. We have the Star Chamber Guardians protecting Gorok, the absolute tank himself, raising his shield here. It looks like he has brought Rock of Its, and has he brought the shield to the death? Doesn't look like he's brought the shield though. We also have a Beast Cast, which is going to be fantastic, pulling in those Manticores. We also have the Umbral Tide and another unit of Cold One Spear Riders. So very nice forces overall. Let's see how this goes. So the War Wagons have pushed up nice and early here, using their mobility. Of course, the Lizardmen are not the fastest faction. And we can already see the War Wagon not got any kills yet, but it's starting to fire in. It's going to do decent work against these Saurus Warriors. However, the Saurus Warriors here have taken much more of a shot. Oh, one shot coming in there. One Umbral Tide Salamander, they got a little bit eager. And the Lizardmen are doing their stoic advance, as you'd expect. Fantastic shot coming in by Wolfric. I believe that was one of his magic missiles. Just smacking that Skink Priest very hard in the face. But the Umbral Tide is now online, and they will do some pretty decent anti-large damage against this War Wagon. Now over on the far side, Skinks have managed to catch out the Death Jacks, which is very nice for the Skinks. They'll be trading very effectively there. Now, it looks like, is that another magic shot coming in by Marcus Wolfhart? This could be the Amber Bow. I haven't seen the animations fully yet, but it comes flying in, and it's a swing and a miss. The sneaky Skink manages to just about dodge and get out the way. Star Chamber Guardians are taking an absolute hammering from those mortars, however, and it even looks like the Black Line is getting in there and doing some decent work, and that is a nice, tasty target for them. The Lizardman advance is coming, and I mean, when these Saurus hit, if there's enough of them left, I mean, they're getting demolished quite a lot now, they will easily crunch through these spearmen, of course. So we do have the Salamander hunting pack now, firing some decent shots into the Black Line, getting a decent amount of damage, nothing too crazy yet. Some Saurus are engaged on the far side. Now we've got Skinks using this hill to their advantage, pushing through, but Aristodemus here just falling back, keeping his composure, using the spearmen to protect the Death Jacks, who have taken a huge amount of damage. Saurus are now catching him, but Marcus has dropped his net, and we can see in action now. It works in the same way as the Area of Effect net does for the Net of Amantok, is that the right one? Where it can net down several units in one go. It looks like these Sergeant Guns have been left a little bit behind because of that. Gorok, though, is a very tanky boy, and if he gets on top of Marcus, he will tear him apart. As we can see, Park Map is forcing him through here, trying to get on top of him, and if he gets a single hit, he's going to do a ton of damage. Come on, boy! Bam! See, like, already, that is quite a lot of health done in one smack there. However, the Empire Knights are coming in to try and rescue him. These War Wagons are getting torn down by the Salamanders, and they're quite a nice pick. However, one of them has been forced off, just by the sheer amount of firepower that is here. We have Skinks all around hurling javelins, Umbral Tide coming in, doing a very decent job on this War Wagon, and I think they're actually a really good pick in this matchup, especially with their stalk. Now we do have a Pit of Shades going down over here, tearing up some Skinks, doing a very decent job there, dragging them in. But we do have the Feral Cold Ones and the Cold One Spear Riders lapping around here, and they're going to be able to hit down these Death Jacks pretty hard. Are some Empire Knights going to be sacrificed to hold them back? No, it looks like they're going to be falling back. Now, where is Gorok? I saw him getting pinned out a little bit. So Gorok is being blitzed from all angles by everyone. However, he's dropped the Rokovitsa, and he's just tanking those shots, trying to buy time for these Lizardmen to break through. But I don't know if they quite have enough. Umbral Tide doing fantastic amount of damage here, and the Salamanders have rallied in the distance. They need to be coming back now. Looks like a ton of routing though is going on. The Cold One Spear Riders have got in there, pushed through the Saurus ones, and with that covering fire have done a ton of damage right there. The Temple Guard are now pushing through. Gorok standing strong even against the ridiculous amount of missile fire coming in. The Black Line is up to 42 kills now and is trying to focus him down. Oh no, it looks like they are shooting into the back of these Cold One Spear Riders, who have managed to hunt down this War Wagon and Empire Knight. They have had enfeebling foe drops on them, but it is not going to save those Empire troops. And there is a mass rout from the Empire as we speak. So we do have the Umbral Tide now shooting in. These guys real MVPs so far, taking out these War Wagons, and the Black Line will not stand too long. So the Warrior Priest, let's see if he has brought his ability. We're going to be able to pin on him, do that annoying... Yeah, there we go. So he has brought Soulfire, which has had a massive buff. So if he drops Soulfire right now, this unit of Saurus Warriors would just get absolutely nuked. Hopefully we'll see that in action at some point. Looks like a shot is coming in from Marcus, but at the same time he's getting beat down by these Temple Guard, doing huge damage there though to Gorok. Big burst damage, but is it worth it? In return, it looks like he is going to be dragged down. Got some Cold One Spear Riders who could really come back and help finish the job here. But it looks like the Lizardmen are going to be taking this. A lot of the Empire have broken. It started so well for them, that huge amount of burst damage. But as soon as the big old Saurus Warrior came crashing in, and this Umbral Tide of its fantastic damage, and the Cold Ones using this hill very effectively, swinging over top, it was all over from there. Yeah, and that looks like it's going to be a full rout. So GG's, very well played to both these players. Looks like there's some warriors rallying here. I'm assuming there's some Empiremen, some Spearmen have rallied, and that is it. That is game over, so very well played. Let's have a little look at chat. Yeah, looks like everything is all good. Yes, you did get your war wagons, which are very cool units here. And they did pretty decent. I mean, 54 kills and 25. Fortunately, the Outrider version not quite so good. But I think this is really down to the Umbral Tide and that really nice flank. Gorok also is the perfect matchup to take on Marcus Wolfart, because he can just tank so much damage. Cool, so I believe we're going to be doing winner stays on. So Worsha, if you are in the chat, just hop into the lobby. It's called Rubber Duck of War. Password will be 123. If not, I will send him a message. So massive thank you for Aristodamos there. Cool. For competing there and showing off a lot of the big units. Obviously didn't go for a very balanced army. Wanted to show off as much as possible. Cool. So hopefully Worsha will be joining in a second. If not, I'm going to double check actually and send him a message on Discord. So yes, anyone who is wanting to join, do please just leave a message in the chat. We have a few people queued up already. Worsha is going to be playing. I think Ben the Barman said he may be around, and Consul of Rome as well. There's no pressure at all to bring any of the new factions, but we're just showing off, you know, all the new stuff. The game mechanics have changed for a lot of factions, in particular the Dwarves. I'd be quite interested to see them being played as well. Let's see, Worsha was in the chat. I can't for now, problems with Steam. No, Worsha, oh no. No worries, we will get someone else instead. Consul of Rome, would you like to come on down? Let's see if he is online. Boom, we'll send him an invite and see if Consul of Rome wants to join first. So unfortunately, Worsha's got problems with Steam. He has just downloaded the DLC, so it may be sorting itself out a little bit. But yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see. Park map with the victory with the Lizardmen. I wonder what everyone's favourite unit is so far. I'm a big fan of the big old Papa, the Dread Saurian. It looks amazing. Super cool to see him so far. I really want Residons to be good. I love the models. They're very, very cool. But I'm not sure how great they're going to be. Cool, Consul of Rome has jumped in. If you've seen any of the Death Before Dishonors before, you've probably seen Consul floating around. He has played in a couple of them, I believe. I'll let them choose matchup. So yeah, there's no pressure to play new units. The mechanics have changed for every faction, so whatever you see will be all good new stuff. And let's change the map here. What are we fancying? Sword of Torgold, I think, is a pretty fun map. Yeah, let's roll with Sword of Torgold. Unfortunately, I don't have the DLC. Unfortunately. Oh, by the way, why I remember a massive, massive shout out to the Sly and Sneaky Seal. I was very ill the other day. I was being really grumpy. So we'll stay with half if you want to sweep. So I was being very grumpy, And then all of a sudden I see a message appear on my Steam that I've been gifted something, and I thought it was going to be like an icon or something like, you know, that isn't worth anything. And it said Sly and Sneaky Sil actually donated to me the DLC that we're playing on right now. So a massive shout out to him. Please, if you see him in chat, give him a massive shout out and round of applause. Crazy generous. I really didn't expect it, and I'm definitely trying to get him up on stream at some point soon to play a few games. I think unfortunately he can't play now, but maybe a bit later. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, I think they're asking each other actually. Boom. Beastmen versus High Elves. That'd be pretty damn interesting to see. Let's have a little look there. I know play since DLC release yet, but that wagon seems OP. It's very expensive too. Yes, the wagon looks really damn cool. Oh, hey, Aristodemus as well. Welcome to chat, my friend. I hope very well played. Thank you, by the way, for using so many of the new units. I know you went for quite an unbalanced army, just bringing all that crazy stuff. But it was very cool to see all the war wagons. I haven't actually seen the standard one used yet. Mainly just the Regiment Renowned, which seems to be very powerful. What have you been looking forward to most, or have you been finding that works the best from Lizardmen or Empire? Nice to see an experienced player giving his advice. Cool, so they're just going to be deciding their matchups. It's cool. It's cool. We will mainly be doing Lizardmen and Empire games, but I'm definitely happy to do a few without. There's some big changes. If you want to see what my top 10 kind of list of things to expect from this DLC, I do have a video up now, just plugging that in there a little bit. But mainly it's things like Footlords have changed, a lot of prices of spells have switched up, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, just go back and have a little look at that, and Gotrek and Felix are on the way, which is going to be very, very awesome. Yep, I always forget there was a delay in chat, so I look at chat and someone's answered a question that I've, or answered a comment that I've mentioned before. But yeah, it's great to have everyone in here. Please do leave a like if you are enjoying, and subscribe. I think we're up to 79 subscribers now, which is pretty damn cool. Trying to push on to that 100. And we had our biggest ever video about a week ago. It's got over 500 views, or maybe 550 now. Unfortunately, my mic quality wasn't very good on it, unfortunately. But that was just when the DLC got announced and my kind of initial reaction to what was going to be coming out. And it hasn't let me down so far. I have literally not played a game, but I very much enjoyed that first one. And all the early access footage is very cool so far. I just need to figure out a way of working Razordons. I'm thinking of running them with a unit of Horned ones just behind, or Cold One Spear Riders as protection, and trying to run them round as a flanking unit. But I don't know, they don't seem to do too much damage yet. But we'll have to wait and see. It'll take a while for all the meta to kind of settle down and sort itself out. But it'd be damn cool. It'd be very, very cool. Empire-wise, I don't tend to play Empire. I'm definitely playing them a lot more now because as DLCs come out. Mainly looking forward to using the Hunters for them. I think they're going to be a really good, really, really good pick. Archers, not so much. I mean, they've got their uses and they definitely have their matchups. But overall, I think the Huntsmen are going to be very cool to use, especially the Lords. And if you've seen Turin's video on how to synergize the new Empire Lord and all the fire arrows and the fire cards and stuff, it is insane the amount of burst damage you can do in one go with the Empire now. Cool, so let them decide their armies. And we'll try and get Worshiper in the stream at some point. But if he can't make it, anyone else, just drop a comment in the description. If not, I can play. I'm not feeling 100% though, so I'm going to be trying to mainly focus on just commentating on these games. Hey, 7 people watching now. I see you growing. Hello, if you're new to my channel, and if you're not new and you've come before, welcome back. It's always good to see new people as well. Hope you're doing all good today on this very, very wet and, well, it's not wet and windy, it's just kind of cold and damp day. Cool, looks like Park Map, is ready. And we are just going to be doing a winner stays on, so someone does need to dislodge Park Map eventually, and if you think you're the guy to do it, just let me know. Should be all cool. I haven't done this before. Normally I end up doing the Come At Me Bro series as me against the world and, you know, trying to take on as many people as possible, but we've mixed it up a little bit today. Should be good. Sword of Torgold, very good map. Been seeing a lot of competitive play before, and it looks like the boys are ready to go. So let's start the battle. Been very jealous of all the early access footage, but I hope you've all been watching it. It has been crazy cool having a look at all the new stuff. I'm definitely interested in trying out the Sacred Croc score as well. I think they've been the biggest boon for the Lizardmen, and Empire overall have just really come out very strong as well. I want to see the Dowie played as well. The changes to Footlords, Mass, the change to Rune of Wrath and Ruin, where now it is just mainly focused on, well, solely focused on being a slow, which should be pretty interesting. I was thinking of Sword of Hoeth, actually, but this map is also fine. It's rather large, but it has this really interesting divot in the middle here. I believe in our first ever Death Before Dishonor, we had a massive fight here. Wood Elves fighting uphill against Dowie, and of course, that went very well for the Dowie. But still, nonetheless, a very, very cool map. Looks like we do have some Bretonian castles up in the edge here, one big castle. Wish you could fight in some of the maps like this. I believe they are trying to change the way sieges work with the fort mechanic. I haven't seen the forts in action yet, but I'm sure they are much better. Got a little tower here as well, people trying to defend. And Croissant has just turned up online on Total War. If you are in the chat, man, and you want to get involved, just let me know. Always good to see Croissant kicking about. So we do have white lines of chase with mainly spearmen in the front line, although we do have some Dryads as well for Consul of Rome. Of course, the sub-faction here can, in fact, take them. We have the Swordmasters of Hoeth there. Looking absolutely gangster, just kind of holding their swords side on. Then the Executioners definitely fight it out for the best stance. Then the front line, we also have some Tree King and a Tree Man. Hell yes! Coming out with the odd picks. I'm liking it, but I think it definitely has a place up against the Beastmen here. And just look at that glorious goatee. So yes, white lines in the second line, mixed in with Swordmasters. We also have the Sisters of Avalon, 2 units of those who are one of my favourite picks. They're going to melt large foes and Bestigors if they get the chance. In the back, we also have a couple units of Spearmen protecting that rear, and some Illyrian Reavers on the flank. Now, for our Lord, we do have Alariel the Radiant up on her little pony here, and she's going to be running around doing mass healing, I'd expect. Yes, Star of Avalon, coming in with Shield of Thorns and Earthblood. Kind of what you expect from her. This is a very interesting and very cool build indeed. I think I do pretty good against the Beastmen. Now, Beastmen have had a few changes. So, Ungors now have Stalk, I believe, as well as Vanguard. So, as we can see, we have a few of them up here, and they are hidden. So, he's gone for a front line of the Ungor Spearhood, which is completely new now. On either flank, we have Chaos Warhounds, I believe, with Poison, which is, I think, is almost always worth the extra money. We have the Sons of Goros, Centaurs, Regiment Round, very badass cowhide-looking people here with their great weapons. Some Centaurs with thrown axes, which are going to be pretty damn key now, taking down that Tree Man. In the middle line, we do have just some more Gore Herds with shields, and in the back, 2 units of Ungor Raiders. Now, for Lord choice, we do have Morga the Shadowgave, super tanky, and he, of course, is going to be coming in with the Stave of Ruinous Corruption, Call of Violence, and Foe Seek, and all that good stuff. Spirit Essence of Chaos, so he's going to be doing all those Chaos summons. We also have a Bray Shaman of Shadow, looks like he does have Enfeebling Foe. Let's see what the other ones are. Melkoff's Mystifying Miasma, and the Pendulum, which is very, very good against those tightly packed High Elves. We also have some Minotaurs with great weapons in the back. So overall, 2 very interesting builds. Have to see how it plays out. I'm really liking the inclusion of the Tree Man and the Tree King here, however. Cool, let's just let them know it's all good to go when ready. Cool, and we are going to be charging in. So nice little Vanguard deploying here from the Beastmen. No units from behind though. I always quite like putting a unit right in the back somewhere to come out and jump on top of those archers. Looks like it's been a bit of pivoting from Consul of Rome here. And he has moved forward with the Sisters of Avalon, getting that early peppering damage down onto those Centaurs. Doing a decent amount of damage. They do a lot of burst damage if they make their hits. The rest of the Beastmen forces are moving up, and Consul is just going to be trying to react at the moment. It's always important for new players, by the way, when you set your formation, do not get kind of like lazy with it. Like, always try and move units around to counter your opponent, have a look at the army and see what's going on, and react as well. Definitely react. Don't just think, oh, I've set up a nice defensive formation and you know that's going to do me for the game. You always have to be on your toes. Some fantastic early fire coming in here on top of the Bray Shaman, tanking his health down, and these Tree King have rampaged forwards into these Ungor Spearhood, and they're going to be tearing them apart, suffering very little damage in return. Yes, they've got the anti-large bonus, or yeah, it's anti-large, but it's not really going to help against the Tree King. And the sheer volume of fire, taking that Brave Shaman offline, who is starting to be routed. I'm assuming he was trying to micromanage elsewhere. He's got a nice charge on these Dryads of the Sons of Goros. Looks like these Centaurs are going to be coming in as well. It has routed that unit there, which may give him a little bit of a pocket in. Looks like these Centaurs could push through onto these Sisters. They might get pinned up by these Spearmen, we'll have to see. But no, they're forcing their way through, which is some great play. The Illyrian Reavers are distracted over on the left, hunting off some Hounds. And the back line is now being completely compromised, which is really sad because Concept Rome is doing such a great job on the front line. Minotaurs have hopped on top of this tree man, and they're going to be hacking him down with those giant battle axes of theirs. That is not the matchup he wants to be in. Over on this right flank, however, High Elves are doing pretty good stabilising, but the back line has been compromised. This is Avalon taking a beating, but the White Lines in return are going to be getting in there and chopping up some of these Sons of Goros. But it looks like we've got some Chaos Warhounds on the hunt as well. Over on the left flank, he has managed to get these Sisters of Avalon firing, but they are getting pinned in. However, it looks like Alariel is going to come save the day along with some Spearmen, so they should be fine. And firing in, they're going to be quite key here, taking down the Sons of Goros. Chaos Spawn popping in the back here should finish off these Sisters of Avalon. Alariel is swinging over though, doing her best, darting down her spells. So we do have a big old hill coming down on the side here, on top of the Tree Man and on top of the Treekin, keeping them fighting. If they were in any other matchup right now, they'd be doing fantastic. They do not want to be fighting these Minotaurs. They have huge anti-large and armor-piercing damage. They're really going to do a number over on this Tree Man, but it looks like together they're not doing too bad. Some Spearmen are slowly dying against Goreherd over here. However, Dryads are doing a decent job fighting off these Bestials. So we have an overlook of the battlefield right now. Consort's done a fantastic job of trying to maintain his position and really protect these Sisters. Now, one has been completely compromised and is being dragged down. However, he did manage to rescue the other one. His front line and left flank has held, and the right flank is kind of a little bit of a free-for-all right now. Looks like White Lines do have a surround on Murga the Shadowgave, and they will slowly drag him down, but it will take them an absolute age to do so. We have some Illyrian Reavers in the background, do have a miasma popped to them, so they are going to be going down. Looks like they were trying to chase off some Sentinels with throwing axes, but instead, in return, they got gunned down. Another unit of Chaos Spawn has been summoned in the back here, and this is something cool and new to note. You see these little auras around them? The orange one means they're going to be going down soon. Whether it's clear like this, it means they've only just been spawned in, and they still have plenty of time. I think that's a fantastic change. Both players can see what's going on. We do have some returning Chaos Warhounds over on the flank now, which, oh no, if Concept doesn't see this, they're going to hop right on top of these Sisters and start tearing them apart. Now, Sisters aren't the worst melee combatants, but it will take them offline for a little while. It looks like the other unit is completely gone, and some Spearmen, though, did manage to scare off the Sons of Goros, and are returning to help face off these Chaos Warhounds. This is still a very, very pitched battle here. I think it's slightly going in favour of the Beastmen. I think they're just about going to be able to grind down the High Elves here, but you never know. Power balance is in their favour, but the Chaos Spawn are going to be going soon. As you can see, the aura is red now, and that means they do not have long left before they unbind completely. So there they go, and those two Spearmen are going to be very happy about that. This is for Avalon doing some good damage to the Sentinels with throwing axes, and these Spearmen have been very busy darting back and forth trying to protect them. We do have some more laser shots coming in from the trees here, but they are now broken off at any sign of danger. And let's see how the big tree man is doing. He is still very, very healthy. He's smacking down these Minotaurs, and they're nearly gone. Now, there is still some throwing axes, but they're starting to run low on ammo. So if they can maybe make kind of a Helm's Deep around the Tree Man and Alariel for that healing, let's see, System Sisters have just come back there, I believe, then they may still stand a chance for getting a big tear out or something, but it looks like Alariel herself has taken quite a beating and is getting hunted down here by the Sentinels. That Brave Shaman unfortunately did return. If he was forced off early, this could be a completely different battle. However, he did manage to return from routing, and it looks like it is going to be the Tree Man against the world for the most part. Now we do have a Star of Avalon coming down, trying to rescue these Sisters and Spearmen, desperately trying to keep them in. They're pinging some shots into Morga, but he is very tanky. He is going to beat them down. It looks like Alariel is going to be going. There is a little bit of a rallying situation going on over here. Without Alariel, I can't see the High Elves bringing it back. Treeman is forcing himself over here to try and make a last stand and rescue these Sisters, but I think it is going to be a little bit too little too late. Now, I do really like the pick. I think he just got hooked up on those Minotaurs for far too long. If he was destroying some of these Ungors or Gore herds, he could have done much better. And we do have the Treekin who are running away right now. Got Dryads charging into Ungor's Spear herd. going to go very well for the Ungol Spearhead simply because of how kind of better shape they are in as we speak. Archfire coming in now, slowly pinning down that tree man. Down to nearly half health, and Lariel is completely gone, I believe. How is Morga doing? Morga is very healthy, and that is going to be game, so GG! Can anyone stop the Tyrant, who has just won 2 games in a row? Very well played there to Park Map. Let's have a quick little look at chat now. The map you want perhaps is Tower of Hope. That's the one I was thinking of. Thank you, Harrison Damas. Finally, someone who takes Avalon, just not spam John Spearman. Yes, the Tree Man has Anti-Elijah too, doesn't? I believe he does, but he doesn't want to be facing Minotaurs. He has, yeah, no, he's got armor piercing. He's much better kind of hunting down those smaller, squishier units. So GG's to both players there. Cool, we're hunt for an ex-opponent. Cool, and we're gonna go and find a new map quickly as well. Boom, Tower of Hoef, so we'll do that one next. Now let's see if anyone has message in the Discord. Cool, so I think Worsha hasn't messaged, so I don't think he is game at the second to play. However, if anyone from chat, I will give you guys a couple of minutes, does want to play, you can simply hop on. The password is 123, and the multiplayer host is just a rubber duck of war. So if anyone from chat does want to play, feel free to hop in and play. We can always get Aristodemos back in here. If he wants to get a little bit of revenge, I am down for that. And if not, I am going to message Crosson as well and see if he wants to play. Cool, just sent him a message, so I will check the Discord, and we will get back up into here. So Park Map 2-0, very impressive performances so far. Anyone who does not know who Park Map was, he did go before under the name of Sheridan 1. I believe I played him a couple of times, can't remember all the results, but I've done not too bad up against him. But recently I've actually been playing pretty decent, considering I've not been like online consistently. So Aristodemos, if you want to hop in, man, feel free, because we're going to try and get Crosson in, but he will probably be around for the next game over, so feel free to hop back in. If he doesn't, I will hop in myself. Worshia's having problems. No worries, Worshia, man. Honestly, dude, like, no problems at all. If you're having if you are able to play later, dude, just shoot me a message on Discord, or I'll check it between games, and we'll get you in for sure. Now, is there any way of making me the player, or do I have to hop out and re-host the lobby? Because I'm kind of biting out the teeth for a game now. But we'll have a little look first. Give people a little while. So if anyone does want to hop in, please do. And I'll see if Crosson replies. Looks like he's in a game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to re-host the lobby and play myself, I think. And have a little try at some of these units. I'm not sure how to come off this and set myself as a player. Don't think I can, so we're going to rehost. Cool, cool, cool. Where is he on the list? Park Map, there we go. Why can't I invite anyone? Ah, boop. There we go. I have so many friends on here now who are all basically from Total War, which is kind of cool though. What were we going for? Is it Tower of Hoef? I feel like that's what Aristodemos said it was called. There we go, Tower of Hoef. And we're of course going to be playing the Lizard Men. No, not Nagarife there. fact, we're even going to go Spirit of the Jungle. I trust him not to screen cheat, so I'm not going to bother with a blocker. He's a pretty damn cool dude, so we have to worry about that. Only really do that for tournament play. Now, who are we going to bring? I think we all know who we want to see right here on the field of battle, so we may be trying that out. We are going to roar proud and definitely go for the mighty, mighty Lizardmen. Now, I could go for the Slan Mage Priest of Life and try and heal up the big single entity, so I'm not sure if that's necessarily the best way to go. I think we'll see who he picks first. And base it off on that. Oh, God, he's gone to Dowie. Okay, no Dreadsaurian, I'm afraid, for us. Oh, God. Yeah, we can go up against the mighty Dowie, though. I do struggle against the dwarfs with Lizardmen. I think it's a really rough matchup. If you go Longbeards and Miners just literally sitting right behind them to Kobe over those blasting charges onto Skinks, you then completely take the red-crested Skinks out of the equation, have a couple of units of Trollhammer torpedoes to beat down those big targets, and you are well and truly in business. But we'll give this a go. What we're going to do then, in this situation, is we're still going to be Lizardmen. But we're going to go for the mighty Gorok to ensure we're showing off some of the new units. And we're going to give, of course, all of his buffs. I mean, who's Gorok without the giant shield of Eons with him? So we are going to go him, and let's go Beast Caster in the back. Okay, we definitely want Manticore Summon. We go for that as well. And go for that. Cool, cool, cool. So in our front line, we're probably going to go for a bit of a mixture of these units. I may try out some Razordons. I feel like they're going to get shot off the field in this situation, but we may try them out. So Sacred Croxagore, unfortunately, are not good in this matchup because they do magic damage of their melee attacks. So in this matchup, you do definitely go with the standard Croxagore. Now, I always get my Croxagore killed, so this may not be the best idea, but I'm probably going to go for a couple of units of them. We are going to try the Razordon Hunter packs, because, I mean, come on. They're very cool, you know, overall. And also, let's... Oh, no, we're going to run out of money if we do that. Okay, we may just get the one unit, and then unit of Cav with it, and another backline harass unit. So how's that looking? Let's buff these guys up a little bit. Oh, not quite. Cool. I think that looks like a pretty nice build there. Pretty fairly well balanced, and they've got a couple of new units in there as well. Cool. Yeah, he's brought dwarves because they've got quite a few changes, so that'd be good to see them. Go full Temp God. Oh man, I wish. I wish. I would love to take 2 Dreadsaurians and Air Stamos, but that is a terrible decision. I think you can only bring one as well, actually. How's that? I was really gutted. Yeah, Dreadsaurians, you can only bring one at a time. Unless, of course, we do take off the unit cap, which is a new change where units have been capped, so it stops kind of things like spam. You can only have 3 Regiment Renowned and all those kind of nasty things now. Croxagore and Time Warp are the way to go here. It is, but come on, man, it's Gorok. Can we get Time Warp? We can't, can we? We can go, Heavens. What do we get with Heavens? We can get Harmonic Convergence, which would be nice. Wind Blast has been changed, so it could be nice to show that off. But yeah, no, I think we're going to stick with the Beast. I think you are right, though. I think going Time Warp is definitely the best. I've seen a few people use that super effectively. But we are going to chicken out here and go... Oh god, alright, okay. I was wondering why I'd spent so much money. Awesome, ready to go when he is. So Aristodemus, I see you're still in chat, bro. Do you fancy playing another game after this? If so, do just let me know in the chat or on the Discord and we'll get you back in. I'm good to do a couple more games. It's not going to be a super long stream today. Pretty wiped out, but you know, should be all good. Good luck, have fun. Oh, cool. And Park Map has to go after this. So, can I end his reign of terror? Will he forever be the king of the hill? So we get cool to get a couple of new guys in here. So we may have Croissant as well appearing. I've dropped him a message in the Discord. If he wants to come up, we can have him and Aristodemos play against each other, or if he doesn't fancy playing, we can have me versus Croissant. I'm also down for that. And praying, fingers crossed, we will get Warhammer before the end of the stream. If he does get it sorted in the next, 30, 40 minutes, I'll 100% try and get him on, as he was actually going to be first to play, but unfortunately he's having a few issues. Very beautiful map this, seen on a ton of tournament play. Massive castle up in the distance where the High Elves are going to be doing the standard High Elf thing and cowering behind as the mighty armies battle outside. Now there's massive amount of terrain up here as well, which could be super useful for me to try and get away from those nasty Dowie. However, I do feel that if I move through there, he's going to deploy in this little back corner here. But still, it's probably going to be the best way to go. And first of all, let's just do a very quick look at these two bad boys. For one, we have the Great White Lizard, Gorok himself with all his buffs. So he does in fact have the Mace of Ulmak there, plus 40% armor piercing, 44 melee attack, 40 weapon damage, which is crazy. 40% weapon damage, that is. Shield of Aeons, plus 60 armor to those around him, and expert charge defense. Not going to come in too useful against the Dowie, that expert charge defense, but still nevertheless very cool. Also, the Rock of Itza here, plus 44% physical resistance and 9% vigor. He is one tanky boy indeed. If he's below 50% health as well, he does gain plus 4 leadership and 8 melee attack, which is pretty damn gangster. Now over on the side here, we do have the Razordon hunting pack. These guys look incredibly cool and tribal. I much prefer their look than the Salamanders, and I'm a big fan of the Salamanders. So these guys overall, AP damage, quite short range however. We're going to have to see how they get on. So anyway, let's get deploying. Let's enough chit chat. Let's be cowardly and deploy in the trees. I think it's going to be the way to go. Let's have shielded guys on the outside. Okay, we're not going to be able to quite fit that all in. Let's move you a little bit out of the trees. Where's this unit? I'll have you just running as a backup. Actually, I'll put you more in the middle. And we are going to group these. So my commentary will not be quite so good on this game, as I'm still getting used to playing and commentating at the same time. It is a very difficult art form. I'm very impressed with the people that managed to pull it off. I myself do struggle a little bit with it. I tend to get distracted with what I'm playing and end up completely forgetting that you guys exist. So, of course, Crocscore do not want to stay fighting in the forest for too long. But we are going to go for quite a bunched up formation here, which may not be the best way to go. I think we need to spread out a bit more, but we'll do that as the battle progresses. So let's also get the Razordon hunting pack. I want to charge so much down on this right side, but there's not enough room. Keep you guys well and truly out of line of sight for now. Let's just group you two together. So let's remind ourselves of his abilities so we can pop them when we play. Cold-Blooded, Stand Your Ground, Rock of Itza, Shield of Aeons, Mace of Ulmak. And we do have Wyson's Wild Form, just to buff up a unit or two, Curse of Anir, and Transformation of Kadon. One quick little look at chat quickly. Doofs, yo, Ben the Barman, what's up, my G? How's it going? I can too if you guys need some. Man, Ben, if you want to hop on, man. The Dwarfs, sorry, man, the Dwarfs. Yes, Gorok is the lizard version of Vlad von Karstar. I think I even mentioned that in a previous video because it just looks so alike. Yeah, Ben, man, it'd be great to have you in afterwards. How's everyone doing? Hope you're all good. And Nexus, what's up? Let's get this going. I believe he was ready. Oh, crap, did I do that? Yeah, no, he did do ready, thank God. I always have this fear that I'm going to... I hate people when you spawn in, instantly press lock, like startup. It's so frustrating. But luckily they are doing things to kind of counter this on ladder a little bit. Cool, so let's move up through the forest for now. So let's see what he's got. Front line of miners, kind of quite standard there. Dwarf warriors in the second line. Flame cannon, hell yes, hella gangster. Iron Drake's torpedoes, 2 flame cannons. Giant slayers, looks like we've got thunderers. Yeah, he's going to be simply rotating, so I'm going to have to come out of this forest, which is fine. So, should be a good fun battle. Let's make sure we get all the way down here. Problem with this is it's quite hard to move everyone in one go, and you end up kind of charging in piecemeal, which is not what you want. So we're probably actually going to come charging out of the forest right here. So let's line up our troops. Get you guys going all down the back. You down the back. And move you up here. So what we're probably going to try and do is hit him hard and fast. Okay, he's going to be moving further back. So how's everyone moving? Okay, so we're going to try and get out there as soon as possible before he repositions fully. Definitely get you guys over on the side here. So, should be fun. Any predictions? Do not predict for me to win. That is my main advice to anyone in these situations. Oh, this is what I mean. We've got units kind of dying all over the back here. So let's just push up now and go for an absolute smash technique. We're going to get... Which side are you on? You a little bit more wrapped around that side, and you wrapped more around that side. Move you guys up. Come up here. I'm going to send you straight at Belgar. I'm going to get you up here as well. So, should be all good. Should be some good fun. Hopefully we're going to smash some dwarfs. Rip off their beards. Okay, what we want is to take the Saurus, take the blasting charges, not the skinks. Fall back, my friends. Let's just get both of you charging there quickly. And get everyone running in. So, get you charged in there. Charge straight down the middle, my friend. And this unit quickly moving forward. Let's just really pound out that side there. Cool. So Gorok, where are you, buddy? Charging in there. Let's get you guys doing some decent job there. Get you up around the side. Cool. We can leave those guys now. Finish them off with the Razordons. Force our way around the flanks. Cool. Let's drop down this over here. We are going to have to take a blast and charge, but that's fine. And let's summon a Manticore on the back here. Come on, force our way around. Razordon's doing some decent damage. I'm going to call them OP already because they're my favourite looking unit. Okay, let's shut down those troll hammers. That's going to be the key here. Oh god, these guys are taking too much damage. Oh, a little bit of lag. Hopefully that will cut out. And let's really force our way into the back here. So you guys are beating the crap out of Belgar, which is just where we want you. Get you guys to finish off them. Let's come in and shut down those flame cannons. I don't think the flame cannons are the priority though, actually, are they? We need to shut down these thunderers, really. Oh, and of course, being a muppet I am, let's just pop all of these. We'll send you over to attack them. Get the proc score in the back here. Cool, so we have managed to break through a little bit, which is always nice to see. Do some decent damage, and let's get another Manticore on there just to confuse people even more. How is this Manticore doing? Cool, let's... No, he's going to disappear soon anyway, so let's just keep shutting those guys down. This unit needs to shut down him, and we'll get you to fly over here. Cool, it's not going too bad. We managed to break a lot of the Dowie down. Cool, and you guys finish off those Dowie warriors. Get Gorok over here. So once again, slight apologies for the lack of commentary in these type of games. It is a little bit harder to commentate and play at the same time. Let's get you guys... Oh, come on, just break those guys off. Break them off. Then we'll get you into a decent position. Let's just go for a charge, try and finish them. Manticore is shutting you down. All your abilities are good to go. Cool. Do we have here? Dwarf Warriors? Dwarf Warriors, yeah, we have to hunt them down. Keep chasing. Just keep chasing. And some Dwarf Warriors back to the main fray here. In fact, we can probably hop the little skink geezer over here as well. Cool. We managed to flood them. Let's get over here and shoot into the back of this nasty blob. Oh no! Belgar, I thought I told the hunters to chase him down. Let's go over there and finish him. Okay, couple of seconds. Oh, there's no point popping that yet. Well, we're doing a decent job, but I think the game is slowly starting to slip away from us. Let's just pimp up Gorok here. Oh, he is in fact the ethereal caster. Let's get you guys chasing there then. Cool, get them to shoot down Belgar. I like the Razordons so far, they're pretty damn cool. Sending Gorok against this guy was a massive mistake. I didn't realise it was the magical variety. Cool, keep chasing them down. Come on, we need you to pin down Belgar. If he does come too close, we can always run away. Okay, these guys are rampaging, but that's fine because they hunted down the right units. Gorok will slowly beat down that guy to death, and let's just add that on top of him as well. Try and beat him down. But the Dowie are going to be rallying, so let's try and grab you down. Cool, just run. Just run. Do we have any units running around the field that we don't know where they are? Cool. You guys are going to have to beat the miners. Unfortunately, those Thunderers are going to come back and shoot you now, fellas. Let's run over there. Come on, make sure we dodge. Don't get hooked up. Cool, I think they're going to make it by. Skink, he's doing fine. Okay, we have killed the Thane Haver, so let's get into this big blob here. Rally yourself and get out of here. Cool, so let's just escape quickly the Dowie. The good thing about these Razons is you can kite very effectively. These guys hunt down those Thunders before he notices they've come back online. Let's get Gorok in there. Don't want to. I think I'm going to have to stop to let him get in combat. Oh, run! Run! Run, you beautiful lizards, run! So Gorok is going to be the absolute crap out of Belgar, so let's try and get back to him and rally up a little bit. Let's get into these forests. Please do not break, guys. Come on, you're so close to safety. So we do have a couple of rallying units. Let's just get these guys chasing down. Get them to this big block, and let's just pop all your goodiness. No, the lizards have run. We really need those guys alive. We need to loop them back round through this forest and keep them going. So hopefully they will return to the fray. But it's not looking the best. So, chasing off Thunderers over there. Let's get you guys back chasing here. Please do rally Razordons. I need you. Gorok stands alone at the moment. Let's get you to chase down you. Yes! Razordons, run. Or do we be sneak? Super sneaky annoying. Nah, let's get down here. Need to be a little bit more careful though. So Gorok is going to hammer down most of what is in front of him. Okay, we're chasing off that unit there, and the Croc score are rampaging, which is fine because they're rampaging in the right direction. Cool, we managed to defeat him. So let's take you over here and get that other flame cannon. How much health are you on? Let's harass, I think. Need to try and take out as many ranged troops as possible at this point. Let's just increase that. Cool, let's just try and finish off these warriors and break them before they arrive. Get him on top of the flame cannon and get these guys in there. Nice. Ooh, Gorok is taking a bit of a pounding actually. Let's just pop that on himself to make sure he stays in the fight. Get these guys shooting into the rear of those Dowie. Gorok holding firm. Cool, bring you back over here. We may be able to break these guys with a charge. Let's do one more volley and then charge in there. Cool, they are broken. So let's go over Belgar now. Try and break him down. I think we're slowly going to grind to a halt here. Gorok is doing his best, holding the line. Slime Mage Priest can't get involved there. We've given him a good run for his money, but I think... Oh god, can we force our way out here? I think this could be the end. One more volley, lads. Go on. No, let's get that. Oh no, Belgar does snipe one of them. Let's get up over here. Try and get you out if possible. Pop that down on you. Let's fall you back while those Thunderers come in. Cool, let's move them up around here. What we're going to try and do is draw those Thunderers away and then charge in for a bit of combat. Try and finish them off. Gorok is a beast, though. Ashes Amos really did say it like it is in the chat. Oh, the just Silver Chevron Giant Slayer is what's doing all the damage to him. Let's just pop that. He really is the Vlad von Carstein of the Lizardmen regime. I feel like this is going to be a little bit of a last samurai moment here, but we need to try and shut these guys down. There goes the Skink Priest, there goes the Razordons. They'll rampage him? Nah, they started to rat, and it is Gorok the Mighty White Lizard against the universe. Doing a decent job, however, but he is going to get pinned apart by these Iron Drakes and Thunderers, but we're going there to see if we can get a cheeky kill on Belegar, possibly. Cool, so it looks like he has managed to break one unit. Just one Giant Slayer round, and let's go for the heroic duel of all duels. Belegar versus Gorok, the ultimate Dowie versus Beast. Does come in with a big slap there. Unfortunately, we do not have any of our buffs currently active. We do have Cold-Blooded coming up in a second. But it looks like he doesn't need that at the moment. There's that one Giant Slayer holding firm and trying to keep him in there. Oh, let's drop that. No! Belegar does... Oh! I do not know. I don't know. Did any of them die? Or did they just break? Who knows? All I see is a Dowie on his backside and a Lizman standing proud. So valiant defeat there, but fantastic game in my first game on the new DLC. Really enjoyed the Razordons actually. 61 kills, not bad against heavily armoured Dowie. But what a play by ParkMap here, bringing the fire cannons, which are now a lot cheaper, I believe. 114 kills and 90 kills, so very good fun. Gorok up there with 105. Let's just thank him for being on stream. Oh, is it his first time playing on stream as well? Well, you're very welcome, man, to play on here. We'll definitely have him back in the future and for future tournaments. Now, for anyone who is new to joining the stream, we do have a tournament coming up tomorrow, which is going to be very cool. Oh, Tazoo Devil, what's up, my G? Hope you're doing all good, dude. Let's have a little look. You play well. Why do you struggle versus dwarfs? I really struggle, man. It's just... Are you out from army losses? Ah, it sucks. Ben the Barman, sweet. We'll get Ben the Barman in here. Does anyone want to face him in particular? If anyone wants to face him, I will host a lobby to start with. Because I will probably not play until... I'll try and... I'd rather commentate on a game, to be honest. But I really do want to sink my teeth into the new DLC at the same time. So if anyone does want to join, password 123, a Rabaka War. We're going to get Ben the Barman in here. He will be done in a second. So Arisa Demos, if you want to hop in, or Tzu Devil, man, if you want to hop in and show off the Mighty Dowie. It's good to see you here, man. Been really enjoying your content lately. If anyone doesn't know, Tazoo Devil does have a YouTube channel himself, mainly focused around the Mighty Dowie. And he's a very, very good player with them, so I highly recommend hopping over and checking out his channel. It's super cool, loads of good content. And I believe I'm on there, so what more reason do you need to hop over and see his channel? And hopefully at some point, we were planning on doing a cross-YouTube event, kind of a special Dowie week, which I'm sure we'll get to at some point soon. Yo, Tuzo Devil. What's up, dude? So, I will invite Ben the Barman over. Boop. And here, pop over when his quick battle's done. I'm just going to check the Discord. Because Croissant has sent a message. Short time. Playing right now. Cool. If he's free as well, we'll help him against Croissant versus Ben the Barman. But if not, we can always get someone else in. Yo, does you ever no worries, man? Do you want a game? If you want to hop on and play, man, we're going to have Ben the Barman, who is also a very good Dowie player, hopping on. We're just trying to show off the new units at the moment, so hopefully you've been enjoying yourself. Oh, we do have some new maps. Ooh. You guys want to see the Battle of Itza? Does anyone know if it's a fairly decent map to play on? Please do let me know. Cool, looks like we're going to get to do Devil in. Hell yeah, my dude. Sweet. The lobby is a Rubber Duck of War, password 123. we'll get you in up against Ben the Barman. Hey, Ben has made it. Now, Ben the Barman is a veteran of my Death Before Dishonor tournament. He's been in pretty much every one, apart from, I think, maybe the last one because all champions were banned. And he is the original, the OG champion of Death Before Dishonor, having won the first ever event. Up until then, he almost always gets to the finals, so regardless, he's an absolute scrapper and a very good player. Looks like we do have him in here. You want to see Croissant play? I want Croissant in here as well, man. I've sent him a message. So he may be hopping on in a second as well. But we're going to get to Zoo Devil in here as well. I don't think I've got him as a friend. I do have him as a friend on Steam. Let's send him an invite. Password is 123, boy. Get these guys in. And then we can do one more afterwards if you want. Get Croissant in here. Just double check. Just send him a message. Cool, just got a message. Oh no, Studevil can't play. He said just home from lunch, so I can't download content. No. That's alright, man. We'll see if Croissant is up for playing right now. If not, I will happily go toe-to-toe with the legendary Ben the Barman. Just let him know we're searching for his opponent. Yeah, no, I struggle against the dwarfs. Actually, I'm also sorry, I completely went over your question earlier. With the lizardmen, I seem to be able to break into the back line, and then it costs me so much to do it that I slowly fall apart. I think I'm going to take your advice and go Croxagore with Bronze Time Warp, and just try and really ram yourself through. Razordons were cool though. I really enjoyed using Razordons. Oh, okay, let's see. Grimmingham, okay, let's go for a new map. Boop. Boom. Is this one of the new maps? I hope so. Looks... Wait, are you tricking me, Aristodemus? Is this going to be a terrible map? I know you host a tournament where the whole thing is disgusting to play on. Alright, let's see if Croissant has messaged back. If not, I will hop in. I'll send him an invite. See if we can be a bit cheeky here. Boop. Invite him across. We'll give him a couple of minutes. Boom. So if he doesn't hop on in a few minutes, I'll hop in and play myself. You say this map is good, man. I'm gonna take your word. I'm gonna trust you. I'm gonna trust you on that one. So praying Croissant can drop in. That'd be great if we can get him on the line. He is a long-term stand-in player with us. Played in tournaments, I think multiple tournaments now, so I'm not fast, just kind of rusty. Need to get back to playing full tomorrow. No worries, bro. So yes, 7 PM British summertime tomorrow. We are doing the Royal Rumble Champions Death Before Dishonor. We have all the previous champions, apart from possibly one who might not be able to make it yet. We're kind of waiting to hear on that one. Returning to fight it out to see once and for all who is the ultimate champion. It's going to be very, very exciting there. And if we can't get that 4th champion back, have no fear, we will do a mini event beforehand, maybe get 2 of the best runners up to tank it out against each other in a small best of 3 series to see who gets that final spot. And of course, it is going to be streamed over here on YouTube at this place. So hello to everyone watching us. We've got 9 likes. That's very, very damn cool. If you are new to the channel, welcome, welcome. Please do subscribe for more content. We do tournaments, streams, multiplayer battles, guides, all kinds of awesome stuff. And if you're not new, just what up, man? Nice to see you guys again. Cool. I think we'll double check Discord. I believe he's in the middle of a game, so what we're going to do is I'm going to hop on and play, I think. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to have time to get Worshiper in anymore, which kind of sucks. He was having problems with Steam. Oh, it's Rabure, you will face. Smash steel against rubber. Ben the Barman, though, very good player. I don't rate my chances too highly. But what do you guys want to see? I've already played the Lizardmen, but I'm more than happy to play them again because you know what I want to bring. Everyone knows I want that Shredder of Lustria. So let's go to the ultimate map. I have it on good authority. This map is the greatest map of all time. So let's go Spirit of the Jungle. No, is he going to go Skaven? No, I want to bring the big boy. I want to bring the papa. I'm happy for him to be Lizardman as well and try it and show off some of the new units in the hands of an elite player. But yes, I will be putting up footage of the tournament I played on the other weekend. It was, oh, I don't want to forget his name, V-Claw, I believe it is, V-Claw's tournament. Super nice dude. It was really easy because it's one of my first tournaments, really easy to get along with. I believe he does have a Twitch account as well, so definitely go check that out. Super nice guy, did really good, was really impressed myself. Met up against Sergeant Angsty, I believe it was, who I've played before on this channel, and we always have super close games, so it was really good fun. No, I'm not fast. We can always get him going Empire, try out some of the new stuff. Oh, he's going Orcs. Awesome. So he's going to go in for the greenskins. Now you know exactly what this means. You know, kadoosh. We need that big bad boy in here. And against the greenskins, I can see Nakai doing very good as well, but I'm thinking Slam Mage Priest might be good in this matchup. Just to be dropping those buffs down on the Shredder of Lustria. So let's have a little look. We do, of course, have all new Slam Mage as well. We have the Life Mage, we have Fire Mage, and all kinds of goodies and bonuses. Let's have a little quick look at chat. Fortunately, I am doing it on my phone. So play with us. No! Oh, God, that's a great shout, Arisademos. I'm going to try the new Lizardman, bro, but next game, if anyone... Oh, God, everyone knows about the Wood Elves now. If he wants a second game straight after this, we can just hop in, and I will try that build. I actually spoke about that in my latest video. I already did the Orion Rush build without Orion as Vanguard, and now people are going to expect it, which sucks, because it was such a huge boon to me before. But let's go. Greenskin. So we try the Crocscore Ancient. Oh, I think we need to go a bit cheaper, actually. If we're going to Shredder of Lustria, it's not cheaper, but it's cheaper than going one of these plus a skink. And I feel it's always good to bring a mage. We can try this. I don't think this is actually going to be too effective. So we're going to bring Earthblood, basically, to heal up the Shredder of Lustria. Now, I think he's such a magnet, it may not work quite the way we want it to, but let's bring those as well. Now for the front line. So I want to be a bit sneaky as well. I'm going to bring you just to get into that back line because I feel he's going to bring some long range nastiness. And then let's go for a mixture. We're not going to need shielded, I don't think. So you can still get an army and the Shredder in there. You can still get a decent amount of troops. Let's go. I'm also going to get you. Because I got a feeling there's going to be a ton of Arachnarok spiders kicking around. And we'll get you to protect you. Cool. That's quite a small force. Oh, God knows how it's going to go. I haven't obviously had any time to check out the DLC or try out builds, so everything is going to be completely unbalanced and pretty terrible, but at the same time, you get to see the big guns, which is going to be very cool. So we bring in just the one new unit, well, two, Slam Mage Priest of Life as well. You can still Vanguard an army of chameleon skinks behind them. I can. Oh, do I? do we just go really small in the front line and go... Oh, I can only get one. Right, go for that. This front line is so pitiful. Yeah. I may even get rid of you and just make you a bit wider. There we go, that's fine. At least it looks like I have a front line now, even if in reality it's terrible. Oh. What button did I press there? Boom. Cool. So we're going to do a bit sneaky. We're going to have these guys behind him protected by the Pohol Pack cohort. And then front line is going to be pitiful, but with the big baddie. Boom. If I lose, everyone blame Aristodemos for making me choose Chameleon Skinks. So it's nice to see everyone in here. Hope everyone's having a good time, by the way. I'm actually really enjoying the stream so far. It's gone over a little bit longer than I was going to plan. I'm actually not feeling quite as bad as I thought I was going to. I was expecting having a really bad sore throat for those joining late. I had to go to the hospital earlier for a rather horrible experience of having a camera put down my throat, which is about as horrible as you expect it to be. Now, this map is got a load of choke points, but still, you know, I'm gonna claim it's a cool map. It's cool. It looks very cool, and hopefully he's gonna come down and meet me in this middle ground. But this is the guy we're all here to see. The biggest and bestest of all the doggos, the shredder of Lustria. Just look at that beautiful, cute little face right there. Just an absolute angel, could never harm anyone. Now he of course does have Dread Aversion, -8 leadership, can be fantastic against the Greenskins. He can fire whilst moving, he encourages nearby troops just by being unbelievably awesome. Of course, he causes terror and fear. Siege attacker, 15% missile resistance. Was that in the early access, the missile resistance? Well, I'm not sure, I cannot remember. So, let's start by doing our sneakiness. So if I was him, where would I deploy? He's orc, so he's probably going to come in the middle, so I'm going to guess this side. So, ooh, I see what you mean though. There is like a lot of space to hide back here. So we're going to hide here. Oh, wrong unit. There we go. Are you guys hidden? No. There we go, we're hidden now. Now, our front line is beyond pitiful, but it's, you know, it's the cost for bringing greatness. Oh god, this is going to be a... Trying to get them there, them there. This is going to be so terrible. Bam. Cool, we're going to have you two there. Which unit was that? That one. Cool. You kind of scoot by on the left flank. And... oh, you're just going to have to fan out in a second. So... going to bring the big shredder down the main pipe here. Let's also go skin cohort, go for a little 2. You guys also down the main. Bring you guys over on the flank. And Slam Mage Priest is just going to be floating around protected by his very mighty and elite skin cohort. Cool, so let's take off skirmish mode, add guard mode to a few guys. Let's group up people. So we've got the left flank first. Boop. Over there on the left. Center. Of these three. Boop. And that's it. Yeah, you're on the right. Cool. And then next, let's grab... yeah, might as well grab you. And here's the right flank. Cool. The rear attack is these guys. And in the middle, it just group you. You. I don't know if a lot of people do groups. I do this and it looks quite weird, but it's the way I play. Sorry, one sex. Dog was barking. Cool. He just needs to sort out the dog. We'll see how this gets going. Cool. Looks like there's no questions in chat. So we should be good to go. So we're probably going to end up doing one more battle after this, I reckon. So we'll see if Croissant can get on. If Croissant is around, we'll get him to play. If not, we'll get one more lucky champion. Cool, looks like he is all good to go. So we're going to boop and boop. Actually, we don't need him first. Let's get them. I realised I should have got the javelin for a variety of skinks. Don't know why I didn't do that. But we are going to manage just to scare him off here. And the Shred of Lustria actually does a ton of range damage, so we're going to keep pushing up here. Leave our little sneaky force to be sneaky for now. Let's move forwards with these guys. Have a little look at what horrible ambush awaits us up the hill here. Oh, shite! Oh, shite, I've just realised what he's done. His whole army is behind us. Very well played there. Okay, so Shred of Lustria is doing a decent job here. Let's re-evaluate our life choices. Get you up here. Let's get you two down here and you over here. So, awesome deployment actually in the end there. It would seem he deployed half his army behind me. I don't know why I didn't expect this. I've seen him play before, and this is a tactic he loves to do. So let's push you guys forward, get you a little bit back. Let's prop the Umbral Tide up a little bit. Let's get them doing some damage on the skirmisher. And pull you over here. So Chameleon Skink's going to come in as well. And where are you? Let's get you as fast as possible back over to the battlefield. And let's bring you back for now. Who do we have at the front? Doubled 8 boys. That's not a good matchup for us. Let's just send in some skins. Cool, bring you back round. Bring you guys up to the main fight. And let's try get you facing those night guns instead. Cool. So let's go drop the Master Banishment on the Nikon Archers, which is actually probably not the most value, obviously. But cool, let's get the big boy hunting down those Teeth Robbers. Cool, at least we're going to be forcing those archers off, allowing us to break through that front line. Let's get the Umbral Tide up over here and shoot into those Spider Riders. And let's go up round here, actually. Let's force you guys round here and start bringing some early shots. So let's move you up as well to support the Shred of Lustria. And we'll get the Slan up here. Okay, he's gone for the charge there because our guys went over. That's fine. Drag them back. And we'll get some Umbral Tide fire going in there. So let's also whittle down these guys a little bit. And we're taking a huge amount of damage now with the Shred of Lustria, but that is fine. Keep trying to force our way through. There's a massive arch call. We did get a big break early on. Okay, let's go and try and rescue the Slan here. He's going to be pretty pivotal. He is going to be going away on his little toilet seat. Let's bring the Umbral Tide back. They're going to be quite key. How is our melee going over here? Okay, let's bring it back. And heal you guys up. Cool. So not doing too badly here. Let's force our way through on some Night Goblins. We do not want to be fighting those nasty Squig Hoppers. And these guys are going to use their pace here to get a bit of an advantage. Cool, so the Shredder keeps managing to scare stuff. Unfortunately, the opponent is very skilled and he does keep remembering to bring his units back, which is obviously a very key thing to any new players here. Always bring your units back to the fray. I've got down there. Let's push the Shredder of Lustria up. It is going to overextend a little bit here, but it is working as a massive pincushion. And let's get you guys now charging in here. Get you guys also charging in here. Umbral Tide, let's force you up over there. And Slan. Just bring down those Squig Hoppers. Ah! I've managed to do this entire battle so far, forgetting about those Chameleon Skinks. Wasn't very clever of me. Let's bring the Shredder back a bit. It's overextended quite heavily. Let's drop that down. Cool, get on those Savage Orcs. Fight. once more, and this backline fight's going pretty key. Let's drop this, see if we can save those cold ones. They're doing a fantastic job over there. Let's bring these guys right over. Slan himself is actually fairly tanky, so he's doing a good job there. Okay. We need to do a better job ourselves of chasing off some of these units. Let's increase his armor values. Cool, and drag down those night gobbos there. Okay, let's spread you guys out. Okay, unfortunately we don't have anything to get into their back line, which would actually be really nice. Oh, crap, I think I did that on the wrong unit. No, it's all good. We can still stand in. Let's get those guys down. We need a way of shutting down those archers. Unfortunately, we did leave the skinks kind of over here the entire battle, and they were the perfect opportunity to get into that back line, of course, with their missile resistance. Again, once again, as I've said, every single battle so far that I've played, apologies for any kind of drop in quality of commentating. It's much harder to play and commentate. 15 seconds. Calm big boy, keep surviving, you're doing your bits. Let's pray you can take him down. So let's just get as far away from that as possible. Yeah, all these returning units are really causing us a big problem. However, we still have the mighty beast himself, who is up to 289 kills, which is just a ridiculous amount of damage. We're going to try and force him up here, maybe even kill that Goblin Great Shaman, I think is our best bet now. So let's try and force our way forward. Let's see. Oh, actually, let's first drop that. So, as you can see, I mean, I feel like the Shadow of Illustra can generally be picked. I don't think we've managed him the best this game, but it is physically possible. Like, they still have good, you know, abilities, and it is, of course, is a massive terror in the night. He needs to shut down those rusty arrows right now. He's managed to rout off a ridiculous amount of units, but unfortunately, opponent Ben the Barman, of course a very seasoned tournament player, has been constantly bringing back these routing units, bringing them back to the fray, and using them very effectively. Let's keep healing the big boy up himself. Oh, I want to finish off those rusty arrows, but at the same time I need to come back and protect the Swan. Oh, problems. I wish I still had a banishment left. Okay, we're going to have to come back. We can't let the Slan die. Sneaky Gobbo doing some shots in the side there. We're not going to be able to catch him. He's, of course, up the top of his Great Wolf there. Instead, we're going to come back, save the Slan. And so the rest of the arrows are out of ammo, which is perfect for us. Let's actually charge in there and try and finish him off now that he's fallen back. Okay, we need a couple more winds of magic. Let's get some nice close-ups of the Dread Saurian, just smashing the crap out of everything it touches. So Dread Saurian, it may look like he's on no health at all, but he still has over 1,000 health, which is pretty impressive, and most of the ammo is gone. We really need to get this last Earthblood off now, as he is breaking. No, don't have an old Cold Blood either, do we? Try and keep him in the fight as long as possible, but he is gone, and with that I believe our chances are gone. It's actually a very close battle in the end. Let's try and hit him up and see if that forces him to come back, but I don't think it will. He's gonna, I'm sure he's gonna chase him off, yeah, with the Goblin Great Shaman there. I don't think the Slan has enough power in his little old seat there to bring down all these goblins that are gonna be surrounding him and bringing him down, especially the Night Goblin Squig Hoppers there. But overall, fantastic game, super close there. We managed to get that heal off a little bit early. Maybe the Shadow of Illustra would have survived. And if we remember those chameleon skinks at the start, this could have been a very, very different battle indeed. I mean, in fairness, he only has the Night Goblin Arrow Boys left, a few Squig Hoppers as well. If the Shredder had come back, I think we would have been in a very, very advantageous position there. But let's fight. We fight to the death anyway on this channel. We like to do our bit. So we do have the Slan. He was going to be getting cycle charged now by these Night Goblins. And slowly brought down. Unfortunately, the big beast has fallen. It was Beauty that killed the beast, and the Beauty this time was a Goblin. Great Shaman, I cannot blame the Shredder here. But it did an absolute fantastic job, was a huge tank. Let's give a great GG's. Let's go after the Goblin Great Shaman just because we can with our old little magic attacks. Oh no, he's going to be running away. Pinned in place by those 4 little last Night Goblins. So overall though, you did get to see the Shredder of Lustria, and we are going to be doing one more game as well. It looks like Worsh is up. Yes, boy. How's it going, my dude? You good for a game? I would like to host the last game if possible. Rather than playing it, just so I can get a little bit of better in-depth kind of knowledge. 375 glorious kills for the Shredder of Lustria. 128 though for the Pok Hopak cohort, very good overall. And the Slan 184, really trying to carry that squad there. Yeah, Mass Vanguard, man. I didn't see it, so good. Always love Vanguard fun. If I hadn't forgotten about those chameleon skinks, we could have been in a really good situation. Instead, they ended up getting left on their own and then picked apart. So we are going to get Worship in here and hopefully one more player. So I'm just going to double check to see if Croissant messaged back. Looks like he did. Cool, sweet. Looks like he's good to go as well. So we'll probably have Croissant up against Worship. Cool. We can do the one more game, so we're going to rehost and hopefully have Worship and Croissant playing. Password is 123, of course. For any of them watching, and let's do an invite to Croissant. And I don't have Worship as a friend. God damn you, Worship! I thought we were buddies. But I'm sure he can join. He is in the chat. Let's have a little look at chat while we think about it. Getting tired, Bio. Thanks for streaming. No worries, Stamos, man. We're going to do one last game and then go to bed as well, I think. Thank you very much for your continued support of my streams. And thanks for playing as well. Great to see some of the new units. Peace out, man. Cool, cool. So hopefully we'll get those last 2 in here. So Worship, it is a Rubber Ducker War. 1, 2, 3. And what map are we fancying doing? Oh, can't believe we haven't done it yet. Of course, we have to do our traditional map. Of where are you? Are you under multiplayer? No, there you are. Troll Country, one of the best maps of all time. Cool. Let's message Croissant and see if he's good to go. Cool. So hopefully we get him and Worship in here. Is there any of the last units we haven't shown? Haven't shown Sacred Croc Score yet. It's nice someone brought those. What else are we missing? I think that might be it. Oh, a few. No, we saw the Hunters earlier. We saw Marcus Wolfhart. We haven't seen the Hunters, like Lord yet, but you kind of get that with Marcus anyway. What have you guys been enjoying most about the DLC? Do leave it in the comments and let me know. I'd be interested to see if anyone's come up with any cool combos yet. And of course, if you're watching this after the fact, this will get uploaded in full quality as a video up on the channel, as all my streams do. It will take a couple of hours to fully kind of sort itself out. However, if you do have any cool new builds, anything you want to see played on the channel, any synergies you've got, do just drop it down below. And once again, welcome to anyone new to the channel. I do multiplayer videos, occasional tutorial type thingies, live stream, we do tournaments. We have the Death Before Dishonor tournament that goes on every normally 3 weeks. We've had a little bit of a break this time, so we are doing a Champions version tomorrow at 7 PM British Standard Time, which should be pretty good fun. I'll just message Worship to see if he's good to go. Cool, I think they both might be in games at the second. We'll give them a couple of minutes. Not too long, as we will just hop in a game ourselves if we have to. How long has the stream been running for? About an hour and a half now? It's pretty damn impressive. Pretty damn impressive indeed. So let's see. Boop. Keep looking at the Discord. Yes, Worsha is on his way. Awesome. Okay, we do have Worsha. And Croissant. We'll wait and see. I can't see a room. Oh no. Cool. We'll just get him to add me on Steam and then we'll hop in the game. Don't want to spam Croissant with messages. But we'll just leave the one. He is currently playing Table Warhammer, so we'll see. If not, I will hop in myself. Oh, Poison Ducky, what's up, my dude? If you want, my dude, you can hop in a game right this second, up against Worsha, if you're willing to test your mettle. Ooh, again, just need to sort out Steam. If you do, man, hop into my lobby. It is a Rubber Duck of War, and the password is 123. Okay, we're just going to sort Worsha out now. So we do have a friend request from him. Of course, we are going to accept, and we're going to invite him in. Sorry about the wait. This does happen, obviously, when you're doing live streams sometimes. So, Worsha, boom, going to invite. So, anyone who does not know as well who Poison Ducky is, you definitely should know. He is a YouTuber, so 100% after you watch my stream right here, we're going to be finishing off with this one last game. Go check out his YouTube channel. He is a very, very cool dude. Very friendly guy overall. And a super good player, so you should go over there and check out. I believe he has tutorial videos as well as multiplayer videos. He also has games such as The Darkest Dungeon on there. So if you do want to play Poison Ducky, man, just hop online and find my lobby. And the password is 123. If you can't find it, just add me on Steam under the same name, A Rubber Duck of War. Cool. We have one of our people in Worsha in right now. So massive shout out to Worsha as well for sticking with us, even though he was having problems with Steam early on. He is now getting online. What faction you wish, sir? Let's go with one of the new ones, I think. We've seen Dowie. We have seen Lizardmen and Empire, but we haven't seen too much Empire. I've been playing as Lizardmen, so... So we'll see if he goes Empire. I believe we've only had one game of Empire, so we'll get a little bit more of new action in there. Cool, Poison Ducky is going to be hopping in. So our final game of the stream is going to be a Rubber Duck of War. Worsha up against Poison Ducky, representing the Duck clan. Fortunately, Croissant, we were messaging back and forth, but it looks like he is currently in games. We'll 100% get him on next time. I was speaking to Poison Ducky before. I don't know if it's going to Waking Ducky or Walking Ducky. That I've noticed there's a few ducks hanging around. I think there's 3 or 4 of us. So we do need to form our own duck clan and take over the world, I believe. Norska better, hee hee. But okay, I will try. Awesome, man of the people right there. I've actually been really enjoying Norska recently. The tournament I keep speaking about, V Claws, go check his Twitch out. You can actually see me play live on his channel for one of the battles, I believe. He's got a really interesting way of doing his tournaments. So you choose 3 factions and you ban each faction as you go along from your opponent. So say I have 3, you have 3, I'm top bracket. I ban, say, Dwarfs. If you have Dwarfs, Empire and High Elves, you ban one of mine and you whittle it down until you have 1 faction left each. I took Norska quite a lot and I think I managed to win all my Norskan games. What's the game name? It's just a Rubber Duck of War, man. It is just a Rubber Duck of War. If you can't find it, because Worsha couldn't for some reason, add me on Steam under the same name, and we'll get you in. So yeah, sorry about this pause between games. I will try and put the timestamps down at the bottom if anyone does come back and watch this after it's been streamed already, between the battles. But yes, 100% go check out Poison Ducky, go check out Zoo Devil, and go check out V Claw. They're all very nice people and really cool YouTubers. Troll Country, very small map, straight in with the action, which may not favour the Empire, especially a lot of their new stuff being ranged. But Worsha, of course, is a very, very elite player and will be playing in tomorrow's tournament as well. He is a previous champion. I think he beat Consul of Rome en route to the final, but I can't remember who he beat in the actual final. Who was it? I can't remember, you know. Well, go back if you've got better memory than me. Oh, looks like Poison Ducky is adding me on Steam. Go back and watch it because it is always going to be there. Cool. We accepted Poison Ducky on Steam, and we can now invite him in. Ah, he does not seem to be on the line, though. Let's try refreshing it. Okay, we'll do it actually via Steam. We'll send him the invite. Friends, view friends list. Oh no, does he have a different name? I'm not going to know. There he is. Cool. Send him an invite. Poison Ducky bro, you are currently in offline mode. Oh, there you are. Yay. Awesome. It looks like he may be going Itza as well, so we may get some Empire Lizardman action, which is just what we want. Cool. So we'll give them guys a little bit of time just to sort themselves out. Massive thank you, by the way, for all you guys watching. Hope you are enjoying. So we've had Lizardmen versus Empire in the first game, and then we've shown off mainly a lot of Lizardmen, so it'd be interesting to see what Worship brings here. I'm expecting a lot of Huntsmen. Their anti-large is fantastic at taking down all the new Lizardman units, especially the Croxagore, the big Dread Saurians, all that nasty big stuff, even the Kai himself. There's some fantastic synergy you can do with the new Hunts Marshal, but Marcus Wolfhart himself is so powerful, as demonstrated before. He's very squishy, but he has decent range. Nothing like Alphanar. He doesn't have that crazy, like, bolt thrower style range, but he does still have a decent amount of range, doing huge amounts of burst damage with some very, very potent abilities. So it'll be interesting to see if Worship does bring him. I expect he's probably going to bring at least one or two of the carts we saw Aristodemus bring earlier. The Regiment Renown version is crazy powerful, but in return is very expensive, and it can be killed, you know, by a simple unit of hounds if they manage to get on top of it and your micro slips, or your opponent is just that little bit faster. So I believe this is Poison Ducky's debut on our channel, but he does have his own channel, so definitely go check it out. Check out the Duck Clan. It should be cool. So anyone watching, please go scroll down a little bit in this little wait between games and hit that big thumbs up. It really does help out the channel massively. It really does kind of push me slightly more into, you know, when people try and type in on Google. There's a lot of competition, which is fair play, of course, but I'd like to, you know, slowly get those views up, slowly get those subscribers up, so do feel free to subscribe. If you want to support the channel in any other way, we do have a Patreon, if you look in the description down below. And now is the time to ask questions, guys. If you have any questions of my thoughts of the new DLC or thoughts of life in general, happy to answer. And while we wait for these guys to pick their armies. Looks like chat is all good and quiet at the second. Looks like one of these guys may be ready. Rubs fingers together. Cough injured Saurian. We did see the Shred of Lastia do absolute bits, though, against those greenskins. However, it was quite a heavy investment. But he did a decent amount of work, just got pinned down by far too many archers. I think the Law of Life can actually work with Dread Saurian. I thought before it wasn't going to be worth it, but you can see he causes so much chaos up against people like greenskins, and I'm sure people like Lizardmen. Cool. First time with Empire after DLC. So Russia is going to be a DLC virgin coming into this, as I was as well. So it'll be cool to see, you know, what different type of builds he tries out. And away we go. Oh, I see Croissant is in chat now. What's up, my dude? Good evening. I finally made it. Sorry, my dude, by the way, for spamming you with messages. I was really trying to not force you. It's like, get on the stream now. Trying to get you up on stream. Now you've arrived, I really want to do one more game with you because I don't want to leave you hanging. This was going to be the final game, but if you really want to do a game, man, message me in chat, and I'm sure we can get you an opponent for one final game after this. But that will definitely have to be the final one. Maybe we do a winner stays on in this match and you come and face them. Oh, we can have Consul of Rome versus Croissant. I'm down for that, guys. I'm down. If you two do want to do that, just message in chat quickly. Obviously, I'm on a delay now, so I'm answering your question from a little while ago. Let me know and we'll get you in. But everyone say what's up to Croissant. Huge player on this channel, played quite a few times before in many different tournaments. Very good player. I believe he's got to the finals a couple of times as well. In fact, he may have been the person who got to the final against Worsha before. We are, of course, seeing the man, the myth, the legend Worsha himself. I believe got to the finals of the latest ECL. Hopefully we're going to be getting another ECL coming up as well now the new DLC has dropped. Should be very exciting. How have you guys been finding all the early access stuff? Been very jealous of all these YouTubers getting it, but of course I understand I am a rather teeny tiny YouTube channel at the moment, but we are growing. We are growing. We've had our biggest video in the last couple of weeks as well, getting over 500 views on a first thoughts on the new DLC. So let's have a little look at both these armies. Let's first go for Worsha and the new Empire. So he does have some Empire Knights, which are very good for protecting these more squishy, slower units. Like the War Wagon here, we do have a mortar variety, which is very cool here. Sorry about that little burp, guys. I'll explain it a little bit. Well, I've explained over the course so far, but yes, just got back from hospital for a camera into the stomach, which isn't very nice, but it's making me burp quite a lot. So apologies for that, but we do have two war wagons here, one of the standard version and one of the mortars. I'm not sure how good the standard version is going to be, but we'll have to wait and see. We have tuners of Empire Knights for protection there. The White Wolves, regiment-renowned huntsmen. These guys do have Stalk, Anti-Large and Vanguard. Good bonus against Large here. They're going to be very key in this matchup. We do have a couple of units, it looks like. Oh no, two units of the Huntsman, Anti-Large, Stalk, Vanguard deploying. Going to be very good up against all the new Lizardmen goods. We have tuners of Great Swords, the Tattered Souls, regiment-renowned version, and their standard, not heretical, oh, what's the word, where they're like fanatical men here, all naked, going to be swinging their flails around. So yeah, that looks like for the main bit of his army. He also has Marcus Wolfheart for a Lord, and a couple of units of Spearmen, but going for a very defensive posture here, and a couple of units of Halberds, like this very much. Let's have a little look at Poison Ducky's build. He does have some skink skirmishers on the flank here. Front line of Saurus warriors with shields, looking very gangster as always. Very solid front line. Up on the sides, we have two units of the Cold One Spear Riders. We have Ripidactyl Riders up in the air here. We also have a Skink Priest of Beast. Looks like he has the Manticore Summon, the Flock of Doom, and I always forget the name of that last one. Wyson's Wild Form. In the back, we have some skink cohorts who are going to be leveled up slightly with some chevrons. We have Gorok, who's been very popular on stream today. I think he's actually a really good pick. I don't believe we've seen the Kai yet, but against really good shooty factions, Gorok is just an absolute beast and will fight to the last. We also have one unit of Sacred Coxagor in the back here with their mighty power fists doing the Space Marines proud, and I believe that is it. Cool, just let them know it is all good to go. Looks like they are both ready. Let's get this cracking. Quickly have a little look in chat to see if the other two did decide they wanted a game. First load always takes a bit extra time, no worries, man. You think the World Cup will be next challenge project? Man, like this is the one time I wish I lived in a real random... Oh, are we good? Lag-wise? Yeah, I think so. They are moving around fine, aren't they? Cool. Looks like they're good to go. I wish I didn't live in Britain, because Britain, I'm assuming, has quite a few good players. I definitely wouldn't be able to break into that team yet. Now, we're going to get a nice early charge by the Empire Knights onto these skink skirmishers if they're not careful, and there's not too much on this flank that can protect them, at least quickly. But he does fall back. He's happy enough to shoot them with the War Wagon at the moment and doing a decent amount of poke damage right there. Now, the mortar's sitting back quite comfortably, and of course these huntsmen are invisible, so all Ducky can see is this line a little bit further back, so they should do some decent damage. Marcus Wolfheart is firing, let's see what he's firing into. At the moment, just some Saurus Warriors trying to focus those guys down. The wagons have pushed up on this flank. They've got to be a little bit careful, but they do have Empire Knights for company right here. And on the other flank, we have the Cold One Riders pushing up. They do not know they're these hidden Empire Knights. It actually does not look like they are hidden currently. If they take a charge, the Cold One Spear Riders will tear them apart, especially with Ripidactyl support here. We have some early shots coming in from the Huntsmen onto the Cold One Riders, which is going to do a very good amount of damage with their anti-large. The rest are focused on trying to blitz down this one unit of Saurus Warriors. Empire Knights swinging around the flank here, trying to get some flank attacks coming in. And the War Wagons happily trading 5 skink skirmishers. Now up on the hill, Poison Ducky has got an absolute blitz onto these Empire Knights, who are trying to desperately fall back, but this side of the formation has been completely compromised. However, he is responding very good, sending in some Hellbirds and Spearmen to ping down those Cold One Riders. In the front line, we do have a net that has popped down on the Skink Priest, and I do hear a Manticore summon somewhere coming in. All the Huntsmen are blitzing their shots into Gorok, including Marcus Wolfheart is popping in all those big magic missile attacks. However, of all the people to kind of shoot at, Gorok is the tankiest, and it may have been better to focus down some other units instead. We do have the Sacred Croxagore going bull rushing in here. They're very cool animations. They do one where they punch the ground, the rock flings up, they punch it directly into the face of the enemy, as we can see a few there. However, they're up against Spearmen, which isn't their, preferred engagement. These Empire Knights up to 13 kills, did a really nice flank charge here to crush this left side. But the right flank is in complete disarray here. However, these mortars are managing to run away and reposition. Looks like all the hunters have been engaged, Flock of Doom coming down, and it looks like Worsha could be in big trouble here, at least on this flank. Gorok is taking a lot of pounding, but he's just so tanky. It's a really hard matchup for the Marcus Wolfheart to take him down, I think, although he is faster and can kite quite effectively. Now, if I was Worsha, finish off the Skink cohort here with the Empire Knights and then just swing by and just run down these Skink skirmishers rather comfortably. Now, the Ripidactyl is trying to find a home, flying up and down in the air. Looks like the War Wagon has managed to retreat and is going to be popping in some of those mortar attacks. Empire Knights over here did manage to escape, and they're trying desperately to rally this backline force, but it looks like the Huntsmen are going to be getting forced off. With Halberdiers, though, who have found the Cold One Riders, and they are going to drag them down. So Worsha doing some great counterplay here, may be able to salvage this back line, but those War Wagons are doomed. Ripidactyls will tear them apart in no time at all. War Wagons should probably just run at this point and try and get them as far away from the rest of the battle as possible. The War Wagon up on the hill here is now being chased down by Cold One Knights, and the Empire Knights themselves have been forced off, so they cannot respond, which is a little bit of a disaster. However, Worsha is doing a fantastic job elsewhere in the battlefield. It looks like Marcus Wolfheart is doing a decent job, and enough shots will eventually bring down Gorok. And it looks like he's going to finish him off, doing a Hunter's Snare now, force him in place down to 20 health. Just one more shot will kill the white lizard. But in return, some Saurus Warriors are running in. Nope, they're running straight past Marcus Wolfheart and on top of these Spearmen. Come on, Marcus, one more shot, buddy. You'll be able to take down Gorok. In it comes, and it's a miss! It's a swing and a miss. Gorok lives for now, and that could be pivotal. Empire Knights going off to finish him off, though. Huntsmen are not too terrible in combat. They're not fantastic, but they're not the worst. They should do a decent job, but it looks like another Manticore summon is coming down. Cold Ones are slowly being picked off. This one is rampaging. The other one has been finished off by some Halberdiers here. So overall, I think Worsha may be in a fairly strong position, but it's still pretty pitched. Spearmen slowly dragging down Sacred Croxagore, but they've been fighting Spearmen the entire game, and they're up to 93 kills. They're no small task to deal with, even for anti-large. And the Ripidactyls are charging in now for a nice kill. So eventually Gorok is going to be chased down here by the Empire Knights. One lance them in the back, and you, sir, shall be rewarded handsomely, I'm sure, if you survive this battle. With that, the power balance, though, is still pretty even. Oh, looks like the Saurus Warriors managed to finish off the last of the Tattered Souls there, but in return has broken, and those Empire Knights will be chasing them down. Now we have a nice little bit of cover and fire from the White Wolves up here, shooting into the Skink Priest, but there's still quite a decent amount of Lizardmen. Actually, I was about to say that. This Croxagore have been forced off, and I think Worsha is in a very commanding position now. However, these Ripidactyls still going to be a pain to deal with. They're going to be hunting down the War Wagons and trying to pick off targets where they can. Very good play by both players here. Super close game, which is always nice to see, two evenly matched opponents. Skink Priest flying around, hunting down the White Wolves, but every time he hunts down one unit, the other one simply crossfires, and Marcus Wolfheart is very healthy and still has a ton of ammunition. He's going to be firing in a load of decent shots here. Great swords are just going to be rallying. And it looks like we do have the war wagon up on the hill, just one left alive there. And it's going to be shooting down at these Sacred Croxguard who are rallying to meet some spearmen. Now we do have the Manticore that has gone down, and there is just these flying units really left for the Lisbon, apart from some Saurus warriors here and there. And it looks like this last Sacred Croxguard is going to go down. The war wagons, having used this ammo, going into glorious combat up against the Sacred Croxguard, which, as you can see, hasn't turned out too well so far for them. But those Sacred Croxguard are forced off by the spearmen here. Some shots going in up into the skies onto the Ripidactyls, trying to take them down, which is a good bet. So using those spearmen to protect the huntsmen there. And we do have the Empire Knights just chasing down units. We do have some return skink skirmishers, however, who are chasing down these last units of absolutely fanatical men of Sigmar. They are probably going to be used to chase off these Saurus warriors now, and this war wagon is going to be used as a makeshift chariot to hunt down these skink skirmishers, which I think is some very fantastic play. Poison Ducky is trying his best where he can, swooping down and cycle charging. However, he doesn't have much left on the field now, and soon is going to have to stand and fight. War wagon come crushing through, scaling off these skink skirmishers, and that is going to be game. What a close battle there. That went back and forth multiple times, but Worsha is the man the people deserve, and he is our hero here. As you can see, some great kills across the board. Gorok only 4 kills, but tanked a ton of shots. Sacred Croxguard up to 102 kills. Fortunately, the wagon's not performing too fantastic. 36 on one. The other one got shot down fairly early on. But those great swords really carrying the day. 103 and 133 kills. Those are some really great games. Did not expect Gorok to get sniped so easily. I mean, he took a ton of firepower. But as soon as his rear or flank is exposed, of course you're going to do more damage. Let's have a quick little look at chat here. Where's good to go? You could try something for Team UK and maybe they'll split the team like with USA or Spain. I might give it a go, Ben the Barman. I don't really know any of the guys in Team UK. If you do know any of them, let me know. I do work weekends though, so it's kind of terrible for tournament play, but we'll see, man. We'll see. Definitely keep me updated on that. So I believe we are going to have one last game. We're going to get Croissant in here up against Consul of Rome again. Cool, so we are going to get Consul of Rome and Croissant in here, guys. The lobby is a Rubber Duck of War and password 123. So, let's see, we do actually have Croissant on the friends list, and Consul of Rome, where are you, my friend? Boom. These guys are very evenly matched and played quite a few games before on the channel. And what map should we do? Oh, I've been sent a message by the Claw about the Challenge Cup. I'll check that out in a second. Oh, I know what we can do. This one, it's quite a good map here. So hopefully the other two guys will be joining shortly. Of course, there is a delay on the stream from when I say stuff to when people can pop in. Croissant is on his way though, which is awesome. Cheers, Ben. If you could do that, man, that'd be great. That'd be absolutely fantastic. Peace out, Poison Ducky. I will send people over to your stream when mine is finished. So I'm just going to do one last game, man. If anyone is interested in seeing a Gorok campaign, please go over and watch him. Thank you, Worsha, as well for playing, man. Always fantastic to have you on the channel. Great competitor and very, very good player. Just about managed to sneak out that battle there. So we do have Croissant in here right now. What's up, my dude? And Consul Rome, I see, is now playing Warhammer 2, so he'll be popping on. There is no need... Oh, what on earth is that? Is that Marcus Wolfhart's faction? I assume? That is a cool little sigil. No, not that one. There is no pressure, of course, on these two players to play the new stuff. They can play whatever the hell they fancy. There's, of course, new stuff for most factions anyway. Plus, we've seen a ton of Empire Lizard Man. I'm sure you guys are slowly getting sick of seeing those two people. I'm fine, kids, keeping me busy. Well, hopefully, man, they can give you some tactical advice here, as you are going to be up against Consul of Rome, a very skilled player. So, guys, C9 watching, man, with this stream has been pretty damn live, actually. We did have Aristodemos in here earlier, so to kick off the stream, and we're going to end it with these two competitors right here. It's always good to have as many people in as possible. It's been really enjoyable, to be honest. I mean, I was planning on doing just an hour, and we've ended up going for, I think, 2 hours now, so you can tell that's, you know, a sign of good things. So, Consul Rome is loading up to war now, and he'll be popping in for the final game. On this very awesome map, El Anguil, which is said completely and pronounced completely wrong by myself, but it is a very cool map used in tournaments quite a lot. Quite like Alpine Ridge as well, which is just down here, but we'll save that for the tournament tomorrow. This map has a lot of trees on it and open field as well, so you can try and do a little bit of both. Which is all cool. What have you guys been most excited for so far about the DLC? Please do let me know. Also, any new synergies you've managed to come up with or any new tactics, also let me know. I'd like to try them out over the next couple of days. I will be playing probably quite a lot. Kick out, I'm waiting on him. Oh, he is in. Hey, so we have a final competitor. Welcome back. Yeah, so I'll let those guys side match up and playing units should be very good fun. Overall, what have I been most impressed with? The Shred of Velasquez did a ton of damage. Now, I lost the battle, but I feel that was my fault for leaving those chameleon skinks behind. And I mean, it did bits. I feel if you don't expect the Dreadsaurian, the Dreadsaurian can be a big pain. I do not think it's competitive, but it can, you know, in niche picks be used pretty damn well. Razordons, we're going to use them in one game. They look awesome. They're my favourite unit thematically to look at. Let them do what they're doing. Favourite units to look at. And they actually did decent in the game against the Dowie, where it may have quite a niche pick with that armour piercing. However, it does get, you know, it's quite squishy in return and can get shot down. So that's what I've been most impressed about with the Lizardmen so far. We haven't seen too much of the Croc score, just in that last game there where they did unfortunately come up against Spearmen and Halberds, but still did a fantastic job anyway, regardless. So let's see. We'll get to, okay, let those guys talk back and forth. They're both in my Discord as well, of course. Let's see what chat is saying. Looks like we just got a GG, my guy from Poison Ducky. No worries, my dude. Great to have you around. And we're trying to do a few bit more things with other YouTubers as well. So try and get Poison Ducky on a little bit more. We'll also try and do some stuff with Tazoo Devil. Which should be all cool. And a Rocker Boss, of course. Just because I want to make sure you're enjoying the game. Sweet. So it looks like we are going to have Bretonians up against High Elves by the looks of it, which is pretty damn cool. I feel this matchup probably favours High Elves. They have so much cheap anti-large with Spearmen and so forth. Although they can struggle as well. I mean, it's not like Bretonia are completely out of it, but High Elf Cav can trade fairly effectively against a lot of the Bretonian Cav, especially Dragon Princes and so forth. They can contest their air battle as well and often win it, and their infantry, of course, is way more elite. But Croissant is also a very good player. Looks like Croissant... I'd stay Bretonia, it's just my fave. I'm not good at it, that's fine. That moment when Four Gods missing, and you have... Cool, it looks like we've got Bretonia versus High Elves. Well, should be all good. I'm excited to see what these guys bring. Now, I'm not sure what major changes have been done to these two factions. Footlords in general have had a points reduction across the board, so expect to see a lot more of them. There's been a few points changes and magic changes. In notable ones, Wind Blast and Fireball have been nerfed. They're still both takeable, though. They haven't been nerfed into the ground, but they both do a little less damage. And I believe it's called Soulfire by the Warrior Priest. Now does a huge amount of bomb damage and can really tear people up quite badly. So it'll be interesting to see how players start to bring these things. It's going to take 1 or 2 weeks before the meta does actually kind of settle down and people figure out what's good and what's not. Things like Dreadsaurian, of course, in early access was always going to get picked, so it always gets countered. So we'll have to see how it actually works on ladder. Sweet. Looks like Console Rome is ready. The unit caps, which I just realised we do not have ticked at the moment, is also quite interesting. Unit caps have come into ladder, and are probably going to be used in most tournaments. They do limit you, so you can't spam units. You can only have a certain amount of large, and all that kind of stuff. Regiment Renowned have also only been capped at 3, which is a little bit unfair on the greenskins, but I understand it for everyone else. So do you have any favourites in this final matchup? Do you have Consul of Rome or Croissant Talbot, both veterans of Death Before Dishonour? So you think there's only 2 good tactics. What do you reckon those tactics were? 2 good tactics for High Elves versus Brett. Pegasus Knights were meant to improve, but I didn't get that feeling. I haven't tried them out yet. I've heard their charge animation was meant to improve, the way they like go in and out of combat. Which I hope they have, because I'd like them to be a little bit more competitive up there with Hippogriff Knights, because they're both quite cool looking units. Cool, looks like they're ready to roll. So Console was ready before. Looks like he might be doing a final change, or just let him tick in now. There we go. Let's get this started. So the final game of the stream. Definitely this time, because my butt is aching from sitting on this chair. I do not have like a comfortable gaming chair yet. I have like a little wooden chair with a Morty face as a pillow. So I'm going to definitely get up after this and go eat a ton of food, as I had to fast this morning before the operation. So I've eaten a little bit when I got back. Felt a bit ill, so I didn't eat too much, but I'm going to go eat a fat pizza after this. And probably enjoy some more YouTube content. Maybe go watch Poison Ducky's stream, in fact. Let's have a little look what Ben the Barman's saying in chat. One with the Zyphos build of Silver Helms to help out the cav charges. Yeah, that can work quite nicely as well. Zyphos is a stupidly good player. We're just trying to win the air game there, Ben the Barman. I can see that working. Alariel, Star Dragon, Frostheart, Phoenix, plus Lothran Seaguard. Lothran Seaguard I can see being very good in this matchup. I'd be interested to see how the meta has changed. Even tiny little stat changes really can affect quite a lot. Now, if you guys have seen the FAQ, do not fear about all the mass changes to melee defense and melee attack. That is for chevrons and how chevrons work now. They were more defense focused before, and those stat changes are merely for Regiment Renowned units, so do not panic on that front. So very beautiful map here. We do have another Bretonnia Castle in the background. We did do a map earlier of Bretonnia Castle, so it seems to be quite a good theme. Lots of wooded area for people to hide in, and open ground, of course. So let's have a little look at Croissant Talbot's army. Then the front line, he is going for a mixture of spearmen, men-at-arms, and battle pilgrims, foot squires, peasants. He has gone for a mass different selection there of cheap, well, fairly cheap foot infantry. Now, he also has 3 units of peasant bowmen, 1 with pox arrows and 2 normal ones. They're going to be doing decent constant fire. Now, we do have the defenders of Fleur de Lis, or Lis. Someone told me the S is silent, but we'll have to double check that. Regiment Renowned, Knights Errant. We also have units of Questing Knights. We have 3 of those bad boys, one of them being the Regiment Renowned, and look how chivalrous and straight up gangster these guys look. They're very good at taking down infantry, and at that elite infantry and heavily armoured versions. So he's set up in a nice defensive format, and let's see who he has for his lord. I'm assuming it's going to be Alariel guarding these peasants. No, we in fact have Alberic on top of a mighty stallion with his trident looking very badass. He, of course, does have the Wrath of Manan, which seems pretty cool, and just going Foe Seeker, and also has his bonus versus large item. We also have a damsel who looks a bit like a peasant on that little horse there next to Alberic, who's been coming in with Wind Blast and Curse of the Midnight Wind. So very cool little army over there. Now let's go have a look at the High Elves. Wind Blast, of course, and do a ton of damage against them. We do have the Fireborn, Regiment Renowned Dragon Princes here, hiding in the trees. They will go toe-to-toe with any cav. Well, they may struggle being as alone as they are against that many Questing Knights. Front line of cheap and happy spearmen, backed up by some white lions, which I like this pick. They should be able to tear through the front line quite easily. Now in the back, we do have 3 units of the Phoenix Guard, including the Regiment Renowned Keepers of the Flame. These guys are going to be some very tough customers indeed. In the back, we have some archers of light armour, protected by some spearmen. Now for his lord, he has gone for Teclis, and let's see, it looks like he has gone for a regrowth. Yes, Regrowth, Potion of Choroy, and a Net of Amantok. So it should be pretty interesting to see how this plays out. It's going to be a bit of a grind. Those Phoenix Guard are going to have to try and deal with all that cav. They should do pretty good against it, but this is anti-infantry cav in its own right. We have peasants leaking forth from the forest here, willing to sacrifice their bodies for the greater good. As both armies do move up. Now, who is this hiding up over here? We also have some Illyrian Reavers who are trying to elude me in the distance there. Surprisingly, Consul is forcing the open field battle. I would go into the trees if I was him to try and force these cav to fight in the trees, where of course they have a bit of a disadvantage, especially when fighting people such as Phoenix Guards. Maybe though he's just trying to keep his archers online, but again, I don't think that's a very good trade. So we do have a nice charge coming out from the right hand flank here of the companions, plus the defenders. 2 units of cav there coming round the right hand flank. Now, whereas the rest of his cav is slowly moving through the centre here, trying to fend off those Dragonborn, who got a nice early charge, nice burst damage onto the Battle Pilgrims, and lost no health in return, which is very good there. So Spearmen going to be engaging with Peasants. Peasants are fleeing for their lives, do not blame them. However, that may drag them out of position. No, very good disciplined play by Consul. He is going to pull back with Spearman. If he got brought out of position there, he could have been rear-charged by these cav and picked apart. Early archer fire coming in, going to be trading up against the peasant bowmen. This trade will favour the peasants just because they're that much cheaper. Over on the flank, those Illyrian Reavers are waiting their time to strike as the Fireborn are chilling out next to some Phoenix Guard, and they're taking the charge headlong in. We do have an absolute mosh pit popping in here, but a net does come down. Very good play here, and the Phoenix Guard are rushing in to intercept. I like this play quite a lot. The Fireborn, sorry, doing huge damage, but we do have a spell coming down. It looks like some form of pendulum. Let's see what it is. Oh, that is Alberic's ability, but it is a little bit of a swing and a miss. Great micro by Consul Rome, gets those white lines out of there in time. Now, these cav are being fended off on the left flank. They do not want to charge because they've seen these Phoenix Guard. It looks like the Spearmen are going to be plugging this hole again as this big fight in the trees does happen. Phoenix Guard doing a ton of damage to those Questing Knights. Fireborn, sorry, moving away. And we do have a nice wind spell coming in, but it was not the overcharged one. There's a lot of knockback damage, not too much kills overall. So the peasants have actually been losing this fight quite handily to the archers. I suppose they do have light armor, which I didn't take into account in my initial assessment. And this nice defensive position has completely been held so far by Consul. Saying good luck to each other, that's all good. Fireborn, though, might get caught slipping here. No, they do move away before the Spearmen catch up with them. And White Lions are going to be running in, crushing those guys down. Firebrands just trying to stay next to Spearmen wherever they can. But a nice big charge coming in by Croissant Talbot here, charging and chunking down some of that health on those White Lions, but the Phoenix Guard holding strong, allowing the Fireborn to come crushing in with a counter charge. And really, the High Elves are doing so good here right now. These two units really need to start paying for themselves, getting into the battle and doing some decent damage, as he's not going to win the frontline engagement up against White Lines. He needs his cav to really pull their weight. Another net, though, fantastic coming in, pinning down these Questing Knights, and the Phoenix Guard are just going to chunk those guys down. However, White Lines were forced off themselves, in fact, completely deleted there by the looks of it. Oh no, there is 25 of them. This little guy is running for the hills. In the background, peasants do keep getting just pinged off, and these knights really need to get in there and start doing some action. They really need to start paying for themselves, but I understand there is a ton of micro going over on this other flank. These beat-up Questing Knights are coming back. I'm sure they're going to be swooping around, trying to get on top of these archers, who are slowly dying. Peasant archers eventually winning that engagement. It looks like the defenders and companions are going to force their way into this frontline engagement now. Over on the flank, we have Phoenix Guard clearly outmatching the Spearmen and dragging them to the death. And we have these cav come thundering down through the middle into the White Lines. And they would do fantastic work, but unfortunately for them, there is the Keeper of the Flames who will tear these guys apart. As you can see, Croissant is trying to cycle charge with them. Now on this flank, there is still a lot of Bretonnian pressure. They can now force their way into the back line, but apart from this unit of archers, which has now been beaten up, but done 77 kills in its own right, there's not much to get into the back of. We do have foot squires who are going to go toe-to-toe with Spearmen, should do a decent job there. But it looks like the Alberic has been completely cornered here. He went in for the swipe, trying to take out Teclis, which was a great idea, but the Fireborn had other ideas coming to his rescue, and I don't think these Spearmen are going to be able to turn the tide. I can't see Alberic getting out of there alive. Over in the open field, we do have the defenders trying to run down some Spearmen here, but again, not the perfect picks, unfortunately, and those peasant bowmen have finally managed to drive off the archers. Teclis has got out of there, dropped a net on Alberic, who did manage to escape. These net plays have been top tier right now. Fireborn coming in, and they're going to finish off Albrecht very comfortably now, that massive burst damage. We do have some Quest Knights rallying to the king, but it is going to be a little bit too late. And they're going toe-to-toe with Fireborn, which is not the worst matchup for them, but not the best either. The Spearmen pop over and help, that'd be quite nice. So I do not think Albrecht is going to go away from here. Teclis is going to chase him to the ends of the earth here. And across the battlefield, we do have Phoenix Guard holding the line and tearing through infantry. But it's not game over yet. Power balance is now in the High Elves' favour, as we can see. And especially now Albrecht has been slayed by the mighty, pointy-eared princeling Teclis. Standing victorious over top of Albrecht there. And I think that could seal the doom for the Bretons here. There's just too much... hardcore infantry. The Phoenix Guard are really untouched, at least these 2 units. And the 3rd unit has been fighting this entire game, up to 124 kills. Most of those as well have been against high elite Cav, which is always fantastic. So overall, I think this is going to be game over, although Crosson fighting to the death, as I like to see all competitors do. He's picked off these spearmen over here. He's picked off the spearmen up top here with the defenders as well, getting that value where he can, although the Fireborn are on the hunt, and Consul Rome is going to blob up a little bit here, which is a good idea. Over on this flank, we're going to have constant cycle charging from these Quest Knights, are slowly dragging down these Phoenix Guard, although they have more than paid for themselves so far. So up over here, we do have defenders fleeing from the Fireborn, and Teclis coming up here as well, just to see what's going on. This big high elf blob is going to pop on top of these spearmen and drag them down, which will then give the Fireborn a little bit more free reign to pick and choose their targets. Over in the distance, we do have the Illyrian Reavers, who we haven't been paying attention to, up to 63 kills. Fantastic play, using that unit just to chase down routing units and finish them off for good. We do have a bit of a resurgence here from the Bretonians, rallying to the damsel here, who is hidden. They have a nice little infantry corps, but it's just not going to be enough. The Phoenix Guard are going to be far too strong here, I think. You know, assisting the Fireborn there, chasing down units wherever we see them. These Questing Knights, Knights Errant here, Regiment Renowned, going to be falling back, trying to rally to this force. And as you can see, they've kind of switched deployments now, which is very cool. Where have all the bodies gone? I swear there was a load of bodies over here earlier. Isn't that where the most of the fighting took place? Who knows? The bodies seem to be disappearing. We do have some rallying spearmen over here, but they're not going to do too much. And the armies have kind of reappeared either side right now. So a quick look at chat while we have this lull in the fighting. This is going to be the final game. Let's have a little look. Oh, just a ton of messages from Ben the Barman. What's up, my dude? Do Phoenix Guard... As do Phoenix Guard, which is why the matchup favours Brett. Why no magic damage versus High Elves Cross on? I will let him answer that afterwards. Because magic damage would be very nice here, but it looks like both players are going to need to attack. I will just remind them. I mean, this isn't tournament play, so we didn't set any rules for this. But it looks like they are both just rallying their forces anyway and going to be moving towards each other. So just a quick reminder, guys, we do have a tournament coming up tomorrow, Death Before Dishonor, at 7 PM. We have the returning champions from the previous Death Before Dishonors battling out to see who can claim the title of being the one true ruler. After that, we're going to go back to doing the normal Death Before Dishonor tournaments, and if you do want to get involved with them, just drop me a message. It'd be nice to see some new competitors and some old faces. And while I'm at this, plug in my own work while this little lull is going on, please do leave a thumbs up if you're enjoying the stream, enjoying these battles and competitors. It really helps out the channel. Subscribing as well also helps. We do battles, guides, and tournaments all the time, including live streams, which are very exciting and fun, like this one. And yeah, it'd be really cool to see you guys around a little bit more often. If you do want to support the channel, we also have a Patreon. It looks like a death blob is being formed here by Consul of Rome, using the Phoenix Guard on either side. I don't know if he really needs to do this. I think he can probably take this fairly comfortably by just walking in there and doing a decent amount of damage. But the Cav are getting around on all sides, getting ready to probe where they can. If he brings these hardcore Cav over here as well, help hunt down the Fireborn. Oh, well, that's a hill coming down. I thought there's going to be some magic damage coming in. I also agree, actually. It would be nice to see some damage from the damsel as well, but unfortunately, where is she? Oh, damsel, I was staying way out of this. Just came with... I mean, did come with Wind Blast, but hasn't been overcharging it, which would be so nice now, overcharging it alongside of the Phoenix Guard. So he's trying to cycle charge, but I don't think this is going to end too well, unfortunately, for Crosson and the Bretonians. But his army is amassing now. Damsel just chilling in the back for now. not up to too much. Phoenix Guards scaring off the companions. As we can see, every time the spearmen do engage, they just break up against the white lines, and that's not even taking into account hardcore Phoenix Guards, but a big Wind Blast coming down here doing fantastic damage. That is what Wind Blast is needed for. If he'd done that a few times more through the battle on top of these Phoenix Guard, he really could have torn them apart. Their tight formation really means they struggle up against that type of spell. However, net play has been on point, pinning the companions in place, allowing these Keeper of Flame and Fireborn just to finish them off. The Damsels coming flying in, as has these other Quester Knights trying to free up and rescue the companions, and they managed to just about flee, but at what cost? Front line, we can see the peasants are breaking and losing. However, we do have the defenders coming in on the hunt, trying to tear apart these Illyrian Reavers, but they are a little bit fast, so they're going to turn around and probably just finish off these white lines. Big Phoenix Guard unit here as well. I mean, if there's a couple more Wind Blasts, maybe he can turn this around with correct cycle charge, and he is capturing the Illyrian Reavers here. Fireborn are absolutely knackered, but he needs those really good Wind Blasts. I don't think he has enough Winds of Magic left. I don't think his Damsel's got it in her, unfortunately. So let's see, yeah, every time they engage, we have the defenders fleeing, we have third squires fleeing before the might of the furious elves here. Dragonborn throwing themselves into melee. How many are left? Just 9 left then, but they still do a decent amount of shock damage, scaring off these Quester Knights. Looks like they are going to drag down the companions, and I believe, yeah, GG's from Consul of Rome there. He thinks he's managed to got this. He's pinned everything in place now with the Illyrian Reavers, and that is going to be game. What a game to end it on. Very tactical, back and forth. A nice little switch around there, and considering Bretonnians apparently have the upper hand in that matchup, which I can see. Nice play there by the Elves to bring it back. 120, 140, and 89 kills on those Phoenix Guard, doing fantastic damage. There's a few more Wind Blasts on them, though. That could have been a little bit different. Bretonnia has a tough against High Elves. Oh, so a little bit of a mixed bag there. Some people are thinking one way, some people are thinking the other, but GG guys overall. And that is going to end the stream, I think. Let's just say peace out to these guys. Go. Awesome, so that is going to end the stream, guys. Thank you very much. A massive thank you for all of you guys for tuning in. It really does mean a lot, and we've had kind of good conversation going throughout. So thank you for everyone who tuned in. Thank you for all the likes and subscribes and all that type of good stuff. Now, we are going to be streaming a tournament tomorrow at 7 PM. We have 3 of the competitors locked in, just hoping on that 4th one. If not, we're going to get a little bit of a backup in. And it is the champions of all my previous tournaments coming head-to-head to face each other down in a best-of-3 series with a best-of-5 final, which is going to be super exciting. So peace out, guys. That is 7 PM British summertime tomorrow. And hopefully see you guys there. I don't know who Token White Guy is. Oh, that's in the public chat there. And I will see you guys next time. Peace, peace, guys. And as always, stay awesome. Oh, and before you leave, do not leave yet. Go over to Poison Ducky's channel right now. Hop over there. He is live streaming Gorrock campaign. So if you want to see a little bit of the campaign and new stuff from the DLC, hop over to Poison Ducky's channel and say hi from me as well. So peace out, guys. Stay awesome. Bye for real this time.